It's a chainsaw massacre.
This stream contains fast-flashing images that may affect viewers who are susceptible to photosensitive epilepsy or other photosensitivities. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 3 of Masters Santiago. We're coming at you live from Espacio Riesgo in Santiago, Chile. I'm Golden Boy. We're back here again with Wyatt and Sideshow for today's doubleheader as everyone starts to roll on through. We're expecting it to be an incredibly fun game. Now, right off the top, I just want to, let's just get the elephant out of the room here real fast because we have to acknowledge what happened at the end of yesterday's broadcast. Now, during the draw show for the next round of Swiss matches, the teams were incorrectly placed in the bracket, creating incorrect matchups. So, last night, the global head of Valorant Esports, Leo Faria, announced a redraw, which is what you're seeing right here on your screen. And we have an entirely new matchup, all set up for the next 2 days of competition. If you do want to find this full video, it is available to you online, so you can watch it for yourself. So that means our first match today is going to be PaperX versus NRG. And then it's going to be Team Liquid versus Gentlemates. And as you see the other matches roll in, right, we have Tuesday's matches changing. We're going to have EDG facing off against T1 and XLG versus G2 Esports. Now, it's important to note that the stakes are still the same. Playoff spots are on the line, and today winners will move on. The losers will have one last opportunity on Wednesday to keep themselves alive, but it does dramatically change how our bracket looks.
Bro, Paper X versus NRG. How did we get the Toronto winners against the Champs winners?
Crazy.
And they never played at Champs, by the way. This is like a brand new matchup, so that's going to be sick.
Mates, Liquid, two of the finest EU teams, brand new rosters, and they also never ran into each other in kickoff. One of them guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. Like another burgeoning new team coming up from Europe that's going to be there. It's sick.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. Of course, we have great matches across the board, and we're expecting it to be fireworks without a doubt. But I think you can already hear, and you've probably been hearing it for the last couple of days, out here in Santiago, the crowd has been simply incredible. You can hear the passion every single round. So we actually gave a camera team to one of our incredible fans and asked them what it means to be here, what it means to have VCT in South America, and more importantly, what it means to have the VCT here in Chile. Enjoy.
Si no fuese por Valorant, yo no habría hecho tan buenos amigos como los de este grupo. Mi nombre es Ignacio, soy de Chile, de la comuna de Maipú. Yo llevo jugando Valorant desde ya 5 años. Unos amigos me invitaron a ver un partido de club. Y ahí fue cuando yo me quedé como también enganchado al competitivo de Valorant y lo empecé a ver más seguido. Yo creo que para mí es un sueño, primero el tener a los jugadores acá. El parte de ser como este fan chileno no es solamente la pasión por un equipo, sino que es la pasión por el juego en general.
Absolutely beautiful stuff there, and we, of course, love our fans coming in hot, supporting this awesome event. We want to hear from you. Let us know, right? Because today's qualification matches are going to be the subject of the MasterCard fan poll. Which team you think is going to be making it to playoffs? Scan that QR code, cast your vote, and more importantly, get involved in the conversation across whatever social media platform you use. Use the hashtag VCT or Masters Santiago, and we're going to post the good stuff on the broadcast. Make sure you bring your A game, all right? Now, let's go ahead and set the tone a little bit, right? We've reset stuff. We handled some business. And if there's one thing that Uncle GB likes to do when he's in the driver's seat, play some dang games. That's right. Before we get into our first match, we're going to play a game that will hopefully cause an argument here on the desk, because that is really all I care about, just conflict with no resolution. So I am American after all. So I'm going to read a topic which we're going to rate with our signs. Here's our first topic: EMEA teams, underrated or overrated? Do you want to potentially not be welcomed in London?
I'm going under. I'm going underrated.
Yeah, I think it has to be.
Yeah?
Because
Okay.
people are snoozing on the EMEA.
Yeah.
And they've also just got so many inexperienced players, I think it's easy to doubt them.
Yeah. No, and also, I don't want the ire of the region to attack me, so I'm going
No,
this way
that's
to be
cowardly.
safe.
No, you're being a coward.
And you know what? I'm okay with that, okay? I'm okay. You heard I'm American.
Other point is that you have Liquid, who I think, in people's minds, historically, yes, they make it to the Globals, but they are in the lower echelon of the teams at the Globals where they finish.
Sure.
And then you have BBL, new team, who start in the playoffs. Historically, that's a curse. And then you have Mates, who are also filled with new players.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think there's a lot of reason that people might be doubting a little bit.
All right. We did it.
Being Liquid
We
yesterday.
figured it out.
If you're doubting after that, you're crazy.
Yeah, now,
You're
don't forget,
nuts.
though, Wyatt also predicted XLG top 3. All right, moving
was a hot
forward.
take.
Our
It was
next
for the
topic
bid, but I
is going to
still
be Sentinel Agents, overrated or underrated? Overrated on Sentinel Agents.
Okay, I think they kind of got to be a bit underrated in the sense of no one's even playing them right now.
Yeah.
So how
But you
could
mean,
they?
like, you got Vice.
Yeah, but
here and there.
people are not playing very much
not
Vice. I mean,
playing
we
Vice.
saw a teeny little bit of Vice from
Now.
Paper X.
And we all know Chamber is a phenomenal Sentinel.
I'm going to go underrated because what we saw from Mini playing the Cypher was phenomenal. I
Okay.
think Cypher is underrated right now. Also, if you're just playing in ranked, it's underrated because everyone forgot how to play against Cypher
Do
after
you
3
feel
months
like
of it not
everyone
being
is
there.
everyone's in the right mindset of like no Sentinels, right? So like maybe they are
This
underrated.
is the worst that Sentinels have ever been, but I do think
Yeah, you could say that about the Orc
bro,
as well.
people in this game love. That's great. Well, I mean, I think you could debate that even if you go
Dazed
back
and
to like
Sentinels. Dazed
2022.
and Sentinels mentioned
But-
0.
But people in this game, much like the Sen fans, love to overreact.
All right.
And whenever things get nerfed, they just throw them away, and then they realize later, wait, it's actually still okay.
Yeah.
They love doing
Dodge
that.
the EMEA ire, but now we're just going to get it from the Sentinels. Come on, guys. All right, we got one more. Double duelist comps, overrated, underrated. You know what?
Is there a? Can I hold it in the middle and just say rated? They're just rated properly.
If you want, you filthy coward. Okay.
But they're not overrated or underrated.
I'm going to say slightly over.
Slightly.
Just because everyone's playing them. There's only one team at the whole tournament that's not playing majority double duelist.
And that team, I think, looks better than a lot of the squads that I
But
think.
also, if other people were playing the solo duelists, they would probably be losing. It's just because NRG are so good they can make it work. I think most teams should just be playing double duelists, run the Neon, run the Yoru, run people over.
Yeah. I'll go
guess so.
Slate over as well. We don't really, there's not really teams that are trying to develop like a hard meta anti-comp against this.
Yeah.
And that must exist.
Golden Boy, I've got a question for you.
I won't be cracking the code on that. But
Paper Rex. Overrated, underrated.
Underrated, okay? Because what do you mean I'm a coward? What do you mean I'm a coward? No one was rating them coming into this tournament, so they were underrated. I will hit you with this, okay? I watch a lot of professional wrestling, all right? There will be violence.
I wanted to disagree with you on something to come over and give you a chair shot with this time.
Don't worry, there'll be plenty of opportunities for you to clock me in the head with one of these mallets later on. But for now, though, if you can make it to Masters, you won't be disappointed. You get to see great matches, and the fan experience is unmatched, truly. So let's actually see what's going on over at the floor with Valina.
We are now at the Red Bull activation spot, and we're going to see what's going to happen right now because we have a pretty nice activity, and they're competing against each other. ¿Cómo te estás sintiendo ahora?
Bien, cansado. Estoy...
¿Cansado? ¿Y qué más quieres hacer?
¿Ah?
¿Qué más quieres hacer?
Ganar.
¿Y ganar? ¿Y por qué?
Había un compañero.
Oh, perfecto. So he basically said that he really wanted to win. He's really tired, but he wanted to win from his partner. So let's see what happens in this game.
My arms feel pain, and I wasn't even involved in that.
That's how they canonically connect Radionite from the ground. Like that's, you just see in the game
butter.
they
It's like
plant the
churning
spike. Yeah, they're trying to steal the Radionite.
Okay, maybe we don't do that movement too many times. All right, now let's go ahead and get into today's first match. Now we have two rosters here. We cannot stress enough that how incredible this is. They have never played against each other. NRG, Paper X makes sense.
I mean, dude, people are going to quibble and be like, oh, actually, they did in 2023. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. Completely different rosters.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, what, the only person on that team was Ethan, right? I think.
I mean, it's just
and even
so
then, he wasn't even in the role that he's in now.
The stars just didn't align because it took NRG the mid-year shuffle last year to bounce back and then have the success at the end of the year to get to champions, win champions, all that. And it was in the middle of the year that Paper X won the tournament. And then at Champs, things just never aligned for them to go up against each other.
Which is wild, considering top 4 finish for Paper X.
Yeah. But it's just Paper X dropped into the lower bracket too early on, and NRG went through the top. So, like, you know, what you're going to do, they just ended up missing out on each other.
Yeah, they really did. But you know what? NRG, they're going to learn today. Because you know who learned before? That was G2. And NRG quite familiar with their nemesis, G2. We were coming into this one expecting a fireworks show. And to an extent, it was just for Paper X because they just looked disgusting, Josh.
Oh, man, the individual moments were amazing in this game. But the actual scoreline was very decisive in favor of Paper X. And partly because they changed their composition here on Corrode and wiped the floor with G2, who probably should have been favored on this map. But that's just what you get with Paper X. They can reinvent themselves at a moment's notice.
G2 absolutely crumbled under the weight of the firepower that Paper X had in that series. I think as it went on, it just got worse and worse. And everyone on Paper X showed out. They all had their moments, whether it was something's opping that dominated split defense to devise clutches, Forsaken putting up a million kills on the second map. I mean, there's just so many positive takeaways from that series.
It really was a take your pick on, like, what you wanted to pull from the game? Like, we were building and talking about how we wanted to make this show, right, for today. We honestly could have pulled anyone, right?
Yeah.
And actually, it brings us to the person that we should be talking about here, because Forsaken has the deepest agent pool in the game.
Yes.
I mean, look, I don't know in any other esport if anyone's able to pull out as many agents or just characters as this guy can.
No.
So this was him in his debut showing Vito in kickoff. And then he comes out on a debut playing Viper over here in Santiago, both dropping insane performances. His Vito looked better than people who've been playing a lot of it during kickoff. His Viper, he was so aggro with the timings, completely outplayed people on those
a completely
alerts.
different way to approach Viper.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's just so skilled.
What's left? Just to play
Gecko.
Corky? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Gecko.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
Heimerdinger.
that's it. It seems like
Spy?
that is the only agent that he has left to play. And honestly, I feel like at this point, they might just let him do it, because Jing had this to say in the press conference. We wanted to put Forsaken on Viper because we want to complete his mission of playing every single agent. So maybe you'll see him on Gecko in this tournament. Maybe.
I mean, it's cap. That's why they played the Viper on Corrode. But it did end up working really, really well. And I think it just shows you that he's capable of playing anything, right? He's literally capable of playing whatever you want.
That was blocked. That was blocked by the screen for a minute.
Get him on the Gecko.
Oh, where do all these Geckos
brand new buffed
Where did
Mosh.
Mosh come from?
Brand new buffed Mosh. Get him on the attack side going
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Dude, he's
Oh
gonna...
What the hell?
Hold on.
He go
I want
nuts.
to hit.
No,
I shouldn't hit one with the
my
paddle.
hip.
Oh my God, the ferocity.
Oh, my sciatica.
Forsaken, please.
You got me. Oh, heavens me.
I could see them maybe
Can I
pulling out a
slip this
Gecko
at you?
comp. Yeah, of
No,
course you can.
I'll break
We'll play a little
something.
game of tennis.
Oh yeah.
Hey, here we
a
go.
little Marty Supreme type.
Oh. Okay, while these guys are over here living their
Josh the
table tennis
Supreme.
fantasies with mildly mediocre movies, Envy was solid in his debut on the global stage. We got to talk about this guy because he came into this one, you know, the infamous Paper X fifth man has kind of eluded this team for a while. And we always say, maybe this is the guy that sits into the system. But I actually do think this is the guy that sits in their system.
I mean, Patman did sit in the system. He
That's
won
true,
them
that's true.
Toronto, didn't he? So it's like, it's already a bit of an unusual thing to change up a team that had won a trophy without having a period of downtime particularly. But they just saw, hey, Envy is so good, we have to get this guy. And he has been performing.
Yeah.
Got no problems with him whatsoever. He's just been delivering.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro
incredible
was just
performance.
he was a rock against G2.
Yeah, which
The
also
immovable object.
he goes to show you, right? Like when you have that confidence within the team, they activated him with that. He was really able to just be such a big impact player the entire time in that game, right?
Yeah, didn't slip. This was the thing. Everyone on that team popped off all at once. They all had sick moments throughout that series. It's tough to beat, man.
It truly is. It truly is. Of course, as Paper X is getting ready to go, fans excited to see this squad take the stage as they face off against the world champions. But earlier on, though, we had an opportunity to catch up with that guy right there. Something to get his thoughts on today's matchup.
Jen here with something of Paper X. Now something, you had an outstanding performance yesterday. Was there a change of mindset coming into Santiago for you, or what's been working out well for you?
The working out well for us is definitely it's sun, because the sun there until like 9-10 p.m. and then it's definitely food. And overall our philosophy is still the same mindset, I would say, for a tournament, keep improving. So yeah, we just started, so let's see what is gonna be in the future.
You know, it's Ethan's birthday. Is he going to get his birthday buff?
Probably yes.
Okay, all right, good for you. What a nice guy. Well, good luck today.
Yep, thank you.
Is he going to get his birthday buff?
That was nice. That was pleasant. I thought he was going to say, I'm about to ruin his birthday.
Because I think he wants him to have the birthday buff so that if he beats him,
There's
he can
no
say,
excuses.
There's no excuses,
Yeah.
exactly. Hey, you had the buff, and what a shame. All right, now, of course, over on the other side, though, there is NRG, your defending world champions, who have continued to extend their global win streak to 7 Ws in a row, and we were seeing some truly lights out performances, Wyatt, from this squad.
It feels like they get a power buff when they go to global events. And not that they were playing poorly by any means online, but it was tumultuous to get here. They had to go down all the way to the lower bracket. They had to reverse sweep, and then they show up against XLG, who they're not a huge favorite in this tournament. but they get absolutely dismantled.
No, they wrecked them. There was a period of time on Abyss where they were struggling a little bit with these super heavy dive execs.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about it today, like, is that really going to happen with PaperX? Funnily enough, PaperX have actually moved away from a lot of those, like, mega heavy dive plays. So, I don't know, for NRG, we've seen them already lose to, like, a G2 domestically. But again, that's more the like neon and the incredible pace.
Yeah,
I think
the waylay.
Yeah, PaperX is a little different actually. They're not just the straight up run at you like a Nongshim or a Liquid. So I am really intrigued as to how this matchup is going to happen. How do NRG deal with the W gaming, and whether NRG fundamentally can stop them.
Do you feel like
the way it should work?
That double initiator really counters well against how the W gaming would be in the past for PaperX versus how PaperX is now?
The KO is useful.
Yeah.
The Odin is super useful. I think those are the kind of tools that you want to be relying on. But also, you got to remember, NRG are playing like an anti-meta at the moment. They're not playing what everybody else is. So, yeah, it's on NRG in this game to try to stop PaperX.
Yeah, it truly is. Now, following the win over XLG, we had an opportunity to catch up with Kiko for this HyperX player moment.
To walk on the stage at Chile, the fans are so hype. I mean, Jesus Christ, they were loud today. I'm not gonna lie. There was like 2,000 people here, but it sounded like there was like 10. Everyone was screaming, whistling, cheering for us. It's insane. I would say it's like electric. You know, everyone's chanting our names. Everyone's like rooting for us, which I haven't had, I think, ever before. Thank you guys for supporting us. You know, it's a bumpy ride, but you know, we're in Santiago, so we made it, and we're gonna keep on trying our best to win. It's a bumpy ride, but you know, we're in Santiago.
I think it's safe to say that this environment has really been a huge change of pace for a lot of these players, just because it's so different. This isn't like, oh, cheering our favorite team. Like, they're going nuts for everyone. They were freaking chanting Purpo's name. Like, everyone was on the table, and it feels like, Wyatt, it's really challenging the players on the fly to, like, have to deal with that pressure as it mounts.
I do think if you were to tier list, though, crowd noise sorted by teams, PaperX are #1, right?
I mean, they had a lot of fans.
EDG was quite loud.
EDG was fairly loud.
Going crazy.
But also, EDG weren't, like, winning as much, whereas when PaperX were going nuts, everyone was losing it.
Yeah. But that said, though, another individual that was actually gaining a lot of that was Mata. He was getting up, playing with the crowd. We'll talk more about him in a little bit. As a matter of fact, though, we have the IGL of NRG with Jen standing by to get his thoughts on today's match.
Jen here with birthday boy Ethan of NRG. Now, happy birthday, Ethan! Since it's your birthday, got any plans?
Just gotta beat PaperX and we'll figure it out from there.
Okay, well, we got something for you for your birthday. Cue the music, please.
Thank you.
I just love Ethan.
There is nothing more awkward than having to stand there as people sing happy birthday to you. It is the single most awkward thing that you can do to somebody.
And he was just like, yep, this is happening to me right now.
So Ethan's calling, though, is super, super different to stuff that PaperX have run into so far. They played against a G2 team that wants to play quick, fast, and Devi recently said they actually prefer playing against teams like that. They don't like playing against teams who are slow info teams, who are prodding and making you unsure of where they're going to pivot. So I think that's where Ethan really has to lean into it. Make PaperX very uncomfortable, force them to push for info, and catch them as they make mistakes.
Well, one of those individuals that Ethan can use to his fullest potential, we were just talking about him before we sent it over to that interview with Jen, was Mata, because this guy, he is very much become a crowd favorite here. Playing into that atmosphere, it's only made him better. You would not believe, Wyatt, that this guy is just a year plus into this as a professional gamer, already a world champion, and already carries himself like he wants another.
Yeah, I mean, he was fire in this series. That first map on Haven has always been a go-to with him. His Neon, he is just fearless on the entry. The way that he gets into the site, dances around, paces things out for the rest of the team to catch up to him, and then he still finds entries within all of the chaos that he's kind of creating himself. He's just so good in those situations.
Yeah, I think he's fantastic. The other part to it, too, is he's actually a player that thrives in quick scenarios.
Yeah.
So there are some people who really like the game to be slow, and they hold angles and they take the fights. Mada is dancing from one spot to another, not just on the entry, but you saw him in the middle of these team fights and skirmishes. He's really quick to take a timing in one direction and back in the other. That's essential against a team like Paper X.
Yeah, and just on like a wider kind of Neon point, we've seen other heavy Neon players like Miniboo in solo duelist systems struggle and often be overextended, caught.
Absolutely.
And in this solo duelist system, you never see that with Mada.
Yeah, he feels like the type of player that, you know, it's scary how he can make these opportunities for himself, but then he will play with the squad, get what he needs to get from the squad, and then push even further, get himself some more value. Mada truly is an incredible player. Of course, this is going to be a challenge for both teams because you have talent across the board. And before we get into this matchup, though, we got the first 1v1 skirmish side select of Masters Santiago. It's a duel between Devi and Mada. So that's why we're keeping the conversation with Mada going, but oh, Devi.
I'm going to be real. I was hoping we would cut to this and they'd be both playing that pump game from earlier for the skirmish.
Okay,
that would have been fire.
Kind of need their arms.
That would have been fire. All right. Well.
I mean, this is an opportunity a little bit for like.
To get what the viewers want, man.
I want to see whether Devi's still got that insane aim in the 1v2 where he was popping people inside the hinder.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
The warm-up. The warm-up call-out.
I mean, it's really rough when you're like, oh, okay. When you're right next to your opponent. I remember when I used to play Street Fighter back in the day, and I'm getting my butt just absolutely handed to me, and I got to look over to my opponent who's just smiling. It's the most offensive thing possible. Look at this.
Devi's like 149, what the hell?
See? And then you just have Mada there smirking. Why are you moving like that? Come on.
You know, I respect that they're both going out and fighting. There's nothing worse than when we see these skirmishes and someone's like hiding in spawn, just
they're bringing
waiting
it
for the peak.
They're bringing it. But I mean, at the moment, Mada is kind of wrecking him. Oh, and he's going aggro in the final round as well, potentially.
Oh, wait a minute. Can Devi bounce back? Big opportunity.
This could be devastating for the mental of Devi if it's a 5-1.
Oh, no!
Oh, man, the little taps as well.
Going into the game with an aura increase.
Yeah, he has wrecked him there.
After the 5-1.
He has wrecked him.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But there you go. So we have our side winner. I'm curious to see how this whole thing plays out here. As a matter of fact, we do have our maps, picks, and bans. So let's go ahead, check that out, see where we're playing.
We are starting map selection for Energy against PRX because both teams are 1-0. You guys played skirmish to deciding who will have priority on map choosing. So Energy won. Energy starts choosing to be Team A or Team B.
Team B.
So Energy Team B, PRX Team A. PRX starts banning a map.
We ban Abyss.
Abyss, ban for Energy.
Ban Bind.
Bind. Map pick for PRX.
We go split. Pick split.
Pick split. Side on split for Energy.
Attack.
Attack. Map pick for Energy.
Pearl.
Pearl. Map side on Pearl side for PRX.
Defense.
Defense. Next set of bans, PRX, you have Breeze, Corrode, and Haven.
Ban Corrode.
Ban Corrode. Last ban for Energy, you have Breeze and Haven.
Ban Breeze.
Ban Breeze, so Haven is the decider, side on Haven for PRX. Attack.
Attack. Sorry.
That's it. Good luck. Have fun.
Have fun.
Energy instantly picked Pearl there as soon as it was available. Bonkar was immediately on that.
What does that tell you?
Well, I think it's unusual to begin with, because what we saw most recently from Paper X on Pearl was that Forsaken was debuting the Veto, right? And the Veto is amazing into double initiator comps, stuff like the Sova Tejo comp that NRG plays. But I think what NRG are reading into is they ran into the veto previously, got smoked by G2 on that map, 13-3, but then they went, watched the VODs, learned from that, destroyed 100 Thieves 13-3 actually, in a mirror, like complete reversal the other way.
Yeah.
So I think Forsaken, Bonka, I think Ethan and Bonka feel very comfortable calling into the veto right now and want to run that, but it's a gamble.
It is a gamble, given the fact that the other day they were like, we'll run Viper.
Now on, I want to say one thing about Haven, which is that I hope we get there because both of these teams are undefeated on that map, different styles, and that will just be
super
sick.
different
So
styles.
please, win one map each. That's all I ask of you.
Please, we beg
And
of
I
you.
do think PaperX have a great chance of taking Split. It's not been a consistently good map for NRG. They lost to MIBR. They lost to G2. They were finally able to beat MIBR in a close game to qualify. But that required Mata to go 9-3 on first kills to first deaths. He wasn't putting up numbers like that in the other two games. So maybe that's indicative of NRG figuring out how to set him up more effectively there. But overall, I feel pretty confident in what we saw from PaperX on Split yesterday with something just activated on that defense playing with the AWP.
Yeah. Another couple of little tidbits from this map veto. NRG are still floating Breeze.
Yes.
So that's another big thing. It was a map that they were banning for quite a while, and now instead they're going towards Bind. So pay attention to that as a trap potentially later on in the tournament. But as we're playing it out, this is going to be a sick series.
What I like about talking NRG map picks and bans is because you know Bonkar's always got like this mind for the game, is always trying to think of these little things, and the fact that you can dissect and pick it apart is actually quite fascinating. It speaks to just how deep this NRG team is.
Just generally, we must all pay our respects to the coach head-to-head in this game. Genuinely. These are like two of the GOAT coaches going at it.
Yeah, no, two excellent coaches who have led their teams to championships. So I think it's safe to say we're about to watch something really special, folks. Now, it is time for our MasterCard fan poll. And earlier we asked you beautiful people which team you think is making it to playoffs. And a 68, just shy of the one, PaperX.
I mean, I don't think I don't think that this is indicative of the amount that PaperX are favorites in this match. I think it's actually tough to call both of our games today.
Yeah.
I would still favor PaperX.
You know what?
I just wouldn't favor him 68%.
We have a little time. I want to see there. Okay, there you go. And
there might be a poll asterisk.
All right. Wow, I really thought more people would go for NRG.
I think it's reasonable. It's reasonable to go out in either direction, I think, here. But also, NRG are a big prep team. And how many hours have they had to prep for PaperX?
Yeah.
And
not that many.
They really turned G2 into like a paste in that game. So
I know.
I feel like it's tough to not believe.
Yeah, of course, shout out to Eris, our LATAM colleague, hyping up the crowd as he gets ready to go. Cantor's absolutely killing it, getting the crowd into the matchups. But folks, we are about to witness two incredible squads, Masters champions facing off against world champions. It's now time to start day 3 of Masters Santiago. Masters champions facing off against world champions. It's now time to start day 3 of Masters Santiago.
Fuerte Santiago que llega. Energy. Oh my God, man.
NRG is a squad who have punched their ticket in the history of Valorant, but those guys right there, Paper X, have been here since the absolute beginning. They understand what it takes to win in these pressure-filled moments, but what's different this time is they're staring across the barrel at a team that has won a world championship, something that Paper X has never done.
Absolute banger match to start off this day. I think if we go the distance to Haven, that will be a masterclass from both sides.
How reasonable is it that we get there?
I think it's very reasonable, honestly.
I think so too. Something tells me that we got something cooking on Pearl in the air. Don't know what that's going to be, but this split is very fascinating because I don't feel comfortable counting out NRG in any of these circumstances.
I think if NRG come out and they're playing a great game on split, it's a worrying sign for Paper X because this is where they should have the strongest performance relative to their opponents. And especially if the form looks great from NRG and they're able to match that, oh man, we're in for a heater. Because I think that is the area where actually Paper X ended up dog walking G2. Was that they were just hitting shots and being able to thrive in the quicker moments way more.
But I'm telling you, man, there is just something about this NRG team when the stakes are raised and they get to these global events that it just feels like they hit this new tier, man.
A lot on that young man right there, too. That's Kiko joining the team coming into the season, replacing the big shoes of Sam, an incredible player. And Kiko fit in perfectly. And since then has continued to show why he has been so instrumental for that man right there, Ethan, the IGL, as he thinks about what it's going to take for him to be able to march his team to victory forward in the playoffs.
It's not been the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth time that Ethan has played in front of a crowd like this compared to everyone else on stage. This is bread and butter, man.
I'm looking at Ethan as well when things get to them attacking into the something op to try to navigate their way around the map in a way that makes sense. I think that is the thing that, again, we're thinking about how G2 ran into Paper X. The something up was eating them alive on defensive setups.
Oh, man.
When things swap, I think Paper X can be a little bit readable on their attack. I think the defensive setups of NRG will probably be enough to give us a really good game on that side of the map.
How many rounds you got to get on each side if you're Paper X, and how many you got to get if you're NRG? What do you think?
I mean, as many as you can, isn't it? But I think the point would be to try to navigate the situations where something has an op so that they can't just keep that money flowing again and again and again. Like you have to be able to throw in a couple of haymakers to knock them back down on an eco.
That is where that double initiator can pay off, though. Having the extra drones to be able to force him off some of these op lines.
Double initiator?
Oh,
not double initiator.
Oh, never mind. Vice.
They've changed it up.
If we go back to that anti-meta
double controller,
the whatever win percentage, Vice is at the top.
Dude, Brock
double
Vice. Brock Vice? Okay. We are cooking here.
He was playing that last year on Lotus, if I remember correctly, and putting up some crazy numbers.
Oh, we haven't seen that for a hot minute, though. This is a brand new idea from NRG, from what we can tell. I mean, again, you've still got that kind of solo duelist identity to it, but opting much more in the Sentis. I mean, presumably just to have a slower approach to the map, but the lack of drones actually might be a struggle for the op.
Now it might be a problem because something was taking G2's lunch money with the op on defense, man.
Oh, man. All right, folks. We're all locked in and ready to go. Who better to kick off the day than Pansy and Hypoc? Have fun.
Yeah, I think we will with this one. What a matchup here. High-caliber teams, both winning teams. And I feel like this is just a touch on form here for both sides.
Absolutely, yeah. And just to come in here, the composition change is absolutely what you want to see.
Oh, yeah.
Especially given Paper X's opening performance versus G2. I love this switch up from NRG. Really curious to see what they've cooked up behind this. It's obviously something they've been anticipating. And it's the perfect recipe to stop Paper X from getting the ball rolling.
It's one thing in theory, it's another in practice. Paper X going to be starting out on the defending side, of course, NRG on the attack. This is going to be Paper X's choice. That's what NRG can do. Marder, a man who's caught my eye consistently, explosive, tip of the spear. Can be warded away from middle for now. And NRG kept at arm's length.
A big trade-off of damage, actually, it's Ethan to bear the brunt of that for NRG side, but Divide down to 16 HP, unconfirmed as of yet. NRG now drift back towards A. Marder's still here to at least posture up a little bit, but potentially just immediately wrap towards ramp.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a pinch on Jing, and he's going to lose out. Felt like he had to fight forward, gets isolated and falls. It leaves Envy in a really tough spot. I don't think you can go for much, you can't. Marta just plucks him out of the smoke, just super diligent. Sights theirs. This is very, very meticulous.
Look at the flank here, because something's going to have a 1v2 to navigate his way through. Kiko just going to shut that down immediately. There's two members of Paper X left now.
And, okay, Forsaken's done well to at least get towards Pillar. Good paranoia. Chance for a follow-up. Gets a frenzy. Now the pressure's back on NRG to make sure this doesn't go out of hand. They've got to check on that spike, or do they risk it?
Wow,
they are brave on that one. And Kiko's taken away Device. So, I mean, Forsaken. Oh, stop it! That's 4 kills! And Marta's got no idea. Forsaken, 35 HP, and Marta just lives!
Of course, that's the round one we get here. Forsaken on the brink of an ace. Still had a little bit of time to play with, but
what is that for round one?
Able to slip away. I mean, this is just so ballsy from NRG to sit behind the wall, behind the smoke.
Nah.
And again, Paper X going to not necessarily kicking themselves. They don't know, right? Almost anticipating somebody checking this. But an explosive pistol.
God.
To get split started.
Oh,
madness. Well, that's the appetizer.
Yeah. Oh man, the starter just smacked. Christ, if we get that level from Forsaken as well, right? Like, if that's what he's able to do here. We see, again, he's been such a high note for this Paper X side, but oof, Marta, the little speed demon.
Maybe noted on that jump peak there. So
yeah,
they're
I
just
think
going to creep on to him.
He's lucky to be alive. This doesn't feel like a win, but we've seen stranger things and crazier losses. Booning around the map, NRG will at least get the B site quite comfortably here. Plants coming in. Let's see if these pistols can actually cause any problems. Looking at the post plant, still a good amount of utility in play for NRG. The paranoia's there, flash, dog, all the goodies to start playing with.
What we noted here, Paper X probably just going to sit back and force NRG to come forward hunting this ult progress, but one thing key to note, obviously where Paper X really ran away with Split, was that 5 to 10 seconds after the spike's planted. Bork's role in that regard in terms of slowing that pre-take, that flood that's coming through, is certainly something I've got my eye on. Paper X had their finger on the pulse in terms of retaking.
And this is a rare sound. If you haven't figured it out yet, if you're playing along at home, the audience here don't love a save. Not the biggest fan. Now, it makes sense in this. But it's rare to see Paper X on the receiving end of the whistle of encouragement, let's call it, as they will give it up to the spike, try and minimize that output for NRG. But for NRG, 5 standing, they're very happy with this. The bonus should be looking quite lethal. And on the other side, very early investment, Mike. If something continues with this investment, now we win.
Almost curious as to how he's going to play this. Again, second round not necessarily too indicative, but stacked up early here for the bonus. We'll round out the purchase nicely, actually. It doesn't really matter, though. Well, I say the weakest link in terms of inventory, but certainly not elsewhere.
Forsaken the one to receive the early contact, but Marta's pace is just unreal. A little out of sorts, couldn't quite get the same springboard over towards B main, so they don't have that lovely crunch maybe they were hoping for, but this 3-play stack from Paper X is so far handling it quite well, and a really proactive re-clear. Forsaken's having a deep look here, and this gives them so much intuition on timing.
Now something can just tuck in towards A.
No, he's still going.
Well, it'll be noted here. Does he just swing on this?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
And he's lost! Scuba! Ooh. That's a dream come true. That's a player back, and suddenly the map then feels hard to force those rotates.
Very telling to see where Scuba is and where he's looking, right? What he's looking to shut down. So Paper X still have a good idea, but understanding of where NRG have repositioned. Oh my God. That's a spanner in the works.
Yeah, something's up has now been seen as well. They've seen him. They can probably put this together. And I do feel that NRG are very equipped with handling operators, understanding how they want to be navigating around that and forcing the issue. And right now, they are manipulating the rotations brilliantly.
I mean, Device rotated with the judge. He's the one that you'd almost just want him to post up and not move until the spike is planted. It's going to be a wide open B side here. 20 seconds left, but no threat on the way in. It's going to be absolutely no resistance here.
Oh, I mean, this is dreamy work from Scuba. Getting the first was nice. A follow-up, though. I mean, that changed the way the round was almost panning out.
I mean,
Why wouldn't you?
Judging an operator here, there's no way PaperX are going to even look for anything.
I'm
completely
impressed.
played out of this.
How do we like this so far? Because I think this map, a lot of us were sitting quite well, actually, with PaperX. It's super early, but are we at least seeing some indicators that NRG are prepared, right? Obviously, first, composition change.
I think when we talk about, obviously, the difference in approach to the game and the ethos in general, this is the sort of round you'd expect to see if NRG are in form, right? Working the map really, really well. Individuals finding these unorthodox timings, and, I mean, just so happens that Scooby gets both kills there.
Yeah.
Again, if he gets shut down,
it's
ultimately then that's NRG forced to commit towards A site, walking into the operator. And bear in mind, this is all without confirming something's whereabouts or the purchase. I think they've probably got a good idea now that the save was so early.
Yeah, it's pretty telling at that point, and I do want to keep checking in on how well they're able to kind of play away from that op, because something wasn't overly... Again, watching this back.
Because bear in mind, it's Scuba's reacting on just the sound cue here. It's not Brock there. So, player like Forsaken should have him dead to rights in that scenario.
And 9 times out of 10, considering how this started, you imagine he would, right? That pistol, he got 4. So 3 in a row, NRG will be loving this. Now can buy even deeper, get that nice fire around it. Marder, once again, happy to set the standard. But there's 3 players here from PaperX, and Jing is one of them. Going to take away Scuba, so that's going to be harder to scale up through main. So the attention then goes towards ramp. Forsaken forced off, flashed up and dead. Marder carries on forward. Jing still clutching at straws and keeping this round at least within touching distance. Jing, what is this level of impact he is having with a goddamn SMG?
Not the round you'd expect them to run away with, but PaperX fighting back here. Jing just so active, so willing to get in and behind NRG. The sort of things that they like to do in retakes. Catch players off guard before they fully tuck themselves in.
The Siege was fantastic too.
Yeah, again, it catches Matter in terms of that transition to ramp, and there Scuba's caught in no man's land.
Big round from Jing, because again, we haven't really seen the deeper or late round plans from NRG when it comes to getting towards A.
And potentially that's the pace change we see to address the operator.
So brave, man. And they forced back the operator on the initial line, at least. I'm wondering where that next layer is, because again, he wasn't an overly aggressive op player. He wasn't really forcing fights too far. This time he seems a little bit more active on it.
And again, it is a little harder to pin down at Neon in terms of these early timings with an operator. In terms of getting to deeper angles. Just like that, Mudder greets something with a smile.
No, he's done really well here. If his task is just to keep something under heal, he is doing that very well. Again, making it hard to find value in the operator, kind of played in a little bit, sure, but again, this is impressive stuff. For PaperX, this is something I want to see how they learn on the fly with. Paranoia just went in towards main. And that is going to be a recheck and a regathering of the operator. Forsaken then picking up the mantle this time. Shot lands.
He won't miss. Another shutdown here. Jing fairly committed in terms of ramp. A little bit of a question mark towards mid as well. You see him checking towards vents.
This cross should be spotted. It is. Envy with a lovely off angle. Perfect follow-up to precision is key as PaperX hold firm. It's on Kiko. And we've seen the best of this man. We've seen a lot of this guy. But this situation, pretty brutal. Yeah, Envy's done well there. Lovely position just in that off angle, deeper towards that site. Beautifully done. And again, the willingness to refight on B Garage too, to pick up that operator to re-challenge.
Yeah, I mean, Forsaken going forwards there is pretty wild, but delivers a killing blow to Mudder. And I think now PaperX probably with a better understanding of where Mudder's the one to identify something's whereabouts. NRG caught just ahead of pivoting into A. Credit to Jing and Envy there to kind of toe the line.
No rest for the Wicked. Early show of force towards B main, but a limited amount of commitment behind it.
I'm curious if the moment comes where something actually opts to rifle instead, because not necessarily many comfortable spots for him to post up deep early on. And already here sitting at what, 0-3, 0-4, I don't even know what he's at, but...
he's not had much impact.
Yeah,
0-3,
yeah.
Big chance for it though, isn't it? TP comes in and they're going to somewhat split the site. Flash into follow, and Envy this time isn't playing in that sort of off angle position. He's a bit deeper towards CT side. Gonna catch Ethan though. That's a big pick. The spike gonna get picked up and then ferry towards site, but they are a man to the good in this retake. Ooh!
Something will catch Mada here. Jing on the showstopper, right out into the open. He's going to connect as well. Scuba will forwards, just two left.
Yeah, Kiko and Brock, what are you meant to do about this? These retakes have been miraculous from PaperX. And the defuse started, something doesn't even need his hand on the keyboard at this point. They know they've got them dead to rights. NRG starting to understand what made PaperX scary on split.
Again, teed up, they give them the site here. They're happy for them to execute in. And one of the things we were not necessarily criticizing G2, but asking more of is that deeper exploration here. Mada's on such a deep line, and something is still just sat there, posted.
It's really hard to handle him in those moments. It just feels like they've got such nice layering to this. There it is. That's the kill that kind of made that disruptive attempt at holding that plant almost irrelevant, right? And then the ult follows up, clears house. I mean, Scooter gets caught pretty far away from it, but still, it is what it is, 3-3. I'm thoroughly impressed with PaperX. I think a lot of us are.
Forsaken already at 9-2, by the way.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Picking up where he left off for sure. Well, where he started in the pistol round, to be honest with you.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, those 4 kills. It was kind of the sign of the times, wasn't it? But timeout for NRG. And I feel like they still have a decent conceptual idea of how they want to approach this. But again, it's that something operator.
Yeah, I mean,
it's commanding a lot of attention, even if it's not doing masses of damage.
It is forcing NRG to be a little more meticulous in terms of early round timing. That protocol list they have to go to, because you can see it's conditional, right? Where they're looking to pivot into A late. This previous round not being a great example because it's an all-out hit, but I would get concerned really in how deep the options are on that plan B, plan C, plan D potentially. Yeah. If they can't get over this first hurdle comfortably. That's not necessarily not conceding first blood, but identifying something's whereabouts. But the issue then is you have other players here like Devi and Jing that can just be so slippery in terms of PaperX don't have tendencies. They're happy to do whatever hell they feel like. It's intuition.
Yeah, and it's one of their key factors, but again, the tempo and pace is unrelenting. Marder's job feels like it is just focused towards one, but Envy denies him, completely and utterly shuts him down on this, and once again, PaperX with a man to the good. Something's still on patrol, but you can see the attempt made, and it's an attempt. They are not disrupting this team. Something has got opportunities, too many targets, too little time, but it's all on Ethan. Devi getting his time in the sun as well.
And that's the sort of round you don't want to see NRG resort to. Brawling, getting down and muddy with PaperX, because they're just so good at playing these sorts of situations. Something gets, I mean, Mud actually caught here by the near site. The only reason he doesn't find that kill, but then it's where do you go? He's so committed at that point, he has to find a kill. Steps into the snake bite, he's shut down there, and unfortunately, whilst the spacing is good on the way in, PaperX, they find that kill, then they can just divert eyes towards the choke point. 4 in a row now for PaperX. NRG will switch things up here with a shift of focus towards mid. Still got rifles, we need Ethan, well, Bulldog Jing.
Okay.
I should say kept in check, but actually spammed out here.
Yeah, first time it feels like we've seen a pick going to NRG this early without full site commitment, so a turn of eyes towards middle, but then look towards B main. It's already going to have the extremities taken by PaperX, and we know they're happy to dig so deep.
I mean, a couple of rounds like that and stringing a few together, they're happy to go all the way outside B here.
I've got your trail.
Oh, the Seekers are coming through. Brock
It's
ready, ready. It's a great near side, but Brock navigating those choppy waters with, well, I was going to say ease. It's still Envy, commanding the attention of Scuba.
Oh my God.
Not.
He still got him!
Oh, come on! Envy, you had no right! And now the map feels small. Even in a 3v3, your backline is not protected.
He does have ult now, though. Something still on the operator. One away from his own if you can find a cheeky pick here.
Getting up close, Marder's going to get checked, and I think Kiko as well.
Yeah.
I don't think it quite caught Ethan, but Marder needs to be on red alert here. Going to spot the pixel, can't quite handle it. Devi on the dive, going to take down Marder. Ethan up next, going to stand his ground. Takes away something, but look at that late B main pressure, but you're right, time is a factor. The clock is ticking.
Ethan!
Now Ethan! This is his sight, apparently, as Devi has to try and walk into this, and Kiko can play the time now. He can be the checkmate if necessary. But the work is on Ethan's back. 3 kills. It is sublime.
See them diverting once more. Very, very late wrap back towards B main. Ethan snaps on the angle. Again, even catching his just off the muzzle flash. Forsaken again losing out in that same scenario. Oh! Beautiful stuff from Ethan to hold down the fort.
That's how it is, guys. Well played.
Again, they needed that kill to really open up access from heaven effectively. NRG will find their 4th now. Stop the run of rounds.
That is a horrific looking B site though. I don't want to go near it. Nope. I'm not even in the server and I'm scared about it. Set up close towards that B main entrance. Operator is in effect. Mid left very open though.
I think PaperX probably feeling as if they've done enough work in terms of slowing NRG down, at least on these early info probes. Speaking of, will come out, but a pocket here.
Oh!
Envy to tuck into.
Dearie me, NRG, you have absolutely no idea. Envy decides now's the time, but he's made a bit of a mess of it. It's not as clean as he'd like. He still gets 1, that's great. He's still going to be in a problem position. They can't back away, and he gets a 2nd. Oh dear, Ethan, you're in danger. What? What is that?
Ethan on the back pedal.
It didn't even look close.
Issue being, this is forced rotation. They're about to be walking into something's sightlines here.
I don't know what they've got to clear him off with.
Going back towards mid, actually.
Yeah, they don't fancy it. They don't like it. It comes down to Devi against Ethan. Does Ethan think there's more? Does Devi stand his ground? He does. Immovable.
He's got to go huge here. Look at the minimap.
They're coming. Devi needs to be essential to this round, and he's played it nicely. Look at the time. Their hand is forced. They have to go. They are not going to be able to check every single corner if he just plays the timing right. But no, he goes a little early, maybe trying to catch one, but he wants to try and deny the plants. He's got it down, though. Kiko gets at least the time on their side. All now popped. PaperX have to fight forward. Spray in the dark doesn't get what they need. And there's Brock taking down Devi. 2v2 here. Oh, my God, Brock again. He's not had a great start, but this could be a great round. And where is something? With the operator.
So late to this as well. Again, Brock's really flipping this on his head. Look at the HP bars as well. Something not even going to find a kill here, a consolation onto Brock. This operator's just not paying off for PaperX in some of these later round scenarios.
They might have found that little pulse check that's working now, right? You look at this first time they've really succeeded towards A, but look how hard for that. Ethan. We all know that was not meant to work. But Brock, got to say it as well, he's had a rough start. I think he was sat on like 1 to 6 until this round, something along those lines.
I mean,
massive impact.
Bit of a misread here, but Devi unfortunately tucks back to elbow. He's so conscious of where somebody's going to swing from. So he just can't contest this plant. It's a huge 3K from Brock to seal the deal here. We'll force a timeout here from PaperX, probably to discuss the elephant in the room, right? Something bottom of the board, 2 and 6, and like I said, the operator, sure, commanding some respect early on, but the value beyond that certainly left wanting more.
And I think since that 8th and 9th round, NRG have really figured out how they want to almost ignore it to a degree, play around it, and they've found value in it. They're getting into better post plants. They haven't to scrap out still. You're never going to get a clean game against PaperX. These guys will fight you with whatever they have. There's never ease or comfort. But there has been a flip of momentum. Now, hence the timeout. PaperX obviously popped. There's still a buy-in play here, but I think you're right. I want to see how something adjusts. As much as, yes, as you rightly said, commanded space, NRG have found a new route forward.
I mean, on the flip side of that discussion, one thing you don't want to give is NRG time and space to figure out what's going on. Ethan is so good in terms of reading a map and making decisions based on what the setup is. And of course, they do have the versatility in the playbook, right? They have a number of different players to rely on. Something trying to get ahead of.
I mean, there's light shields.
Here, yeah.
It's not a bad shout, but again, they've been starting to really find a way through the maze. Something on the adjustment, trying to repost up towards middle. Marder's trying to call a reaction to this, drawing a lot of players to try and keep eyes towards vents, towards mailroom. And there's the info for Forsaken, though.
Quick check in. Something still positioned up towards heaven. Divide does find Marder. 4 seconds found 2.
Oh, can anyone stop this man? The paranoia, the only thing that really slowed him down, but he doesn't want to back away. He's gonna hold this. That is his side of the map. And Kiko, I wouldn't want to go in there. Forsaken is on a heater today. And look who's coming, Envy. Made it in the end. Paper X, there we go. Is that enough of an answer for you?
Whether or not this is NRG kind of playing into expectations of what Paper X are going to do here, but again, inserting Marder way behind into vents, a little bizarre to, I mean, what's the next step for this?
Yeah.
Again, they don't really have anything feasible to act upon in B main.
Yeah, it seemed a little
So I think
lost.
that NRG were maybe reading there was going to be an explosive round from Paper X there. And again, noting something's purchased. Oh, hold that thought.
Yeah, speaking of explosive, there's not much time in these ones, and this looks direct, right? Pacey, B hit, all going together. Hello! Marder, right behind you! Device just been deleted off the map. That's a big pickup, something overwhelmed, and NRG just shift up a gear. But with Forsaken standing, you cannot write them out, and you can't until then. A bit of a trade for the numbers. Super good NRG.
Great pace change.
That was lovely.
Marder is up, just no business. We're talking about what was the next step in the previous round. Here he's just walked all the way up. Again, learning on the fly. Left the back door open to heaven, and
oh, it's a dream.
Device just fixated elsewhere. I think Cat's the minimap at the start of that, whether or not anybody, did somebody rotate the other way out of vents or something?
Sure.
Beautiful catch. NRG to put them up to 6 now.
Okay, that's probably not what you expected. And Marder's still up to his naughtiness in middle. All goes in. They've had enough of these late round creep outs, but Forsaken would like to deal with that as quickly as possible.
But walk a little cheeky angle. Here, completely catches Forsaken off guard.
It feels almost ironic to see that sort of thing happen, but something now is on guard duty. But look where the spike is. Look where NRG are heading. They found something here.
He's going to have his hands full once more. Something won't catch Bork on the one way there.
That's going to be tough for him to live through here. I think he knows he... Oh! He might not be going down. No way! Envy!
Down A.
The start and end of this round might be with him. And with 5 bullets to play with, there's still someone on the site. They're going to send in something. They don't want to make any mistakes on this one. Something going to pop out of the ult. And Kiko trying to be a little tricky with this one. Goes back in. Envy! Outrageous form from him. Daring to hold down this site on his own. The crowd want it. Does he get the chance at it?
30 seconds left.
Brock gonna find a target. Divide dead. Now a 1v2. Don't think this is done yet. Brock's got ult. Pops it. Envy getting closer. He's thought about it. He's just turned around. He's having a look. He's trying to find him 15 seconds. Can he locate one? A tough task. He spots it. But he's in between a rock and a hard place. Envy with all 5.
What a hero again on the A side, Lauren. I mean, put him in a corner and he delivers. Sensational to find number 6 here and tie things up on the half. You can't ask for much more from that guy.
No, absolute dreamy work. Good God, that has absolutely got me locked in on the 6-6. We have an incredible game on our hands.
Can I help you, sir?
Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it with a better deal on one of these fine cars.
Not how it works.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal today.
Quiero que... Te deseamos Seguramente lo va a ver más adelante cuando termine la partida, seguramente lo veremos en redes también. Y tal. Seguramente lo va a ver más adelante cuando termine la partida, seguramente lo veremos en redes también. Y tal.
And a valuable lesson, Michael, in never telling anyone in esports your birthday.
No.
Very, very nice, though.
What a
gotta say it.
reception here for Ethan.
Bless him. But he's got his work cut out, right? You got a tough birthday in
Certainly
front of
not a day off.
No, 6 apiece, right? And it feels like we've just lived through a lifetime in this game. A brilliant start from
Banger
NRG.
first half.
A completely brutal reaction from PaperX, just shutting it all down. But then a bit of a tussle towards the end. Second half, though, we start to see how well Brock can handle playing this Vice as well.
Yeah, again, like I was noting, we didn't see too many examples of what I was looking for the first half here, but certainly the second, he becomes the pivotal anchor in terms of the unstoppable force. All over the top here, Ethan. He's back, and immediately NRG are going to pivot into mid. We'll be testing Brock initially.
And look, Envy sent the bar pretty high.
In terms of ace Howden, yeah.
Good luck. Have fun. It's all 5 of PaperX, and I think Ethan's getting a bit closer too. But NRG are quick on this. They are going through sewer. They are still heading this way. Ethan can't stick around any longer. Has to fall back. Smoke did go towards Heaven, which might at least keep one present, but it's going to be
so early.
And you're right. That is the factor that they may not consider, and they might be able to catch the cross. Brock now going to try and play his life. Finds a freebie, can't get the follow-up. Divide with a great trade. Spike gets lost, but now Ramp is going to have players towards it. PaperX, you're not going to feel so secure here unless you find a couple of kills. Not going to be happening through Heaven as they all get left on site.
Yeah, not many options here. If they choose to go aggressive, it's maybe going to favour them, but they're tucked into site right now. Nobody making moves forwards.
Yeah, this is
have to rely on these crossfires.
And that's a lot to do if you want to try and trade in effectively, but that will certainly help matters. Finding one, no trade. Something on the follow-up. This was never meant to be the way it goes. But down to a 2v2. PaperX come into their own. Kiko trying to shoulder the corner. And then Forsaken takes him out of the equation. Ethan with nothing to do but die. NRG capitulate and crumble.
3K for Forsaken. That's 7 kills across both pistols here on split. Ridiculous once more from PaperX.
Never tell me the odds, this team, man.
Making this one way just ultimately NRG's demise on the way back in from Ramp. Fantastic stuff. NRG, I think, probably in a position to completely sweep that round.
Shadows traveling.
Stack
So
towards
impressive.
A here, but unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. So this should be comfy enough. Not a single upgrade in sight, so it is just classics coming out. And luckily for PaperX, they are not EDG, so this should be okay.
Yes. Spike bomb coming through. NRG starting to funnel back into spawn. Not going to be allowed to, well, deny at least the same way that PaperX did. The crowd already let them know. I mean, when you see Jing and something on the X-ray, somebody's pushing this.
Yeah, of course.
Somebody is going to push this.
Hello. Oh. Okay, well, you can get a little bit closer to maybe going down to the spike. Still something here, though. Forsaken's wanting to farm as well. He's getting a bit closer.
Actually, I mean, he's probably got a few worse people here than one.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. They're actually not doing too bad at this. They've made this costly. You're not going to get a defuse, but you're making it costly. Envy.
That's huge.
Job is done, but for NRG, Mike, I mean, that's an incredible round. I know it's not an exciting one if you're looking for the kills and all the flashiness, but economy-wise, damage-wise, that's a window of chance they never were meant to have.
See how the purchase lies here for the follow-up. At least bigger picture-wise, NRG coming away with a huge win here. Seeing a Bucky potentially. See exactly how this buy will set. I mean, actually, yeah, not as bad as I was anticipating.
No, actually, it's usable.
The Guardian coming through in a Bucky in the hands of Jing, who will make it work.
Yeah. Be a little unorthodox to make it matter. But look at the tempo and pace up towards heaven. Wait, hold on. Look how quickly there is a crunch through vents. Jing got there at the same time that Forsaken got up middle. That is a gap and a half that they have found very early, Mike, and that is a worry for NRG.
Unfortunately, these walk on an island and they're wrapping through vents. Total control towards ramp here. Kiko still just posted on B main. And unfortunately, this is the sort of situation where, bro, I mean, what do you do? Cool, if you can find one, it would be great. Matter
Still
already
not
making
good enough, though, is it? Yeah.
very early moves to get behind this.
Brock's position.
Yeah, identified.
CT. And PaperX are just so unorthodox, but it's brilliant to witness. Brock's got, I mean, a horrific option here, and he's getting whiffy. That was clean enough, but overwhelmed. Right side's down there. Marta gonna catch Forsaken in the back. 2v3. Buy something in Indy, want that plant, they've got it, and they've just lost something. Marta, have you got something to say about the matter here? This is not meant to be your round.
Towards CT though, already Divide trying to slip a little further ahead. Now will be smoked off though.
Marta, this angle is not fun for you. Envy waiting, wait, the damage. Oh, Kiko strikes into action! NRG! Flipping the script right back on PaperX.
Dead to rights there. Mother just creeping onto the angle as Kiko to catch the spam. Ridiculous from NRG. Another round where it's a spam into the pocket here. Yeah, Envy. Again, he's looked so sharp here. Little bit of a slip.
I just thought he had that every day of the week.
Every day of the week. And buyback will be awkward here because of the damage done previously. Something on a scope and Divide just down on a Sheriff, but I mean, he had some ridiculous Sheriff rounds the other day.
That is true. I'm not that worried about him, actually. I'm worried about something who's not quite had that big upswing, numerically at least. And, of course, that then happens. I'm terribly sorry, Marta. That's on me. But first one really found here, and that's exceptionally early at 1 minute 24. They now get to command this map, change tempo if they wish, potentially eye up that B-side. There's a lot of bodies on this B-side.
Already two towards heaven. Still Kiko towards sight, or at least backing away from Pillar now. He's conscious that there's going to be pressure coming his way, but does have a paranoia prepped. Smoke to follow this if he does want to cut some sight lines.
Yeah. Ethan can still catch the cross too.
Now it's a good time for PaperX, honestly, to check back in when Kiko's got another smoke to follow this. Very late exploration towards mid will confirm that it's pretty much all in here.
Scuba. Now that's got my interest. PaperX got to clear this. Something does look, does see it, does note it. Paranoia comes in. Can he do any sort of damage? No. Eviscerated, but Ethan on the cross. Something's ahead, but NRG focus the fight towards main. Kiko, you are something else sometimes. Something of Forsaken, though. There's magic with these two sometimes. Forsaken needs to activate here. 18-9, he has been god tier. But with 13 seconds, oh, he's gonna get you one. Does he get away? No! Brock grabbing him by the heels. And bringing them back down to reality at 8 apiece.
That was ridiculous from Kiko.
That shot.
To get to, and he even looks surprised himself. A little panic jump on the end to try and get out of the line of fire. PaperX with the right tools here to really disrupt this B-site hold. Just beautiful.
Focusing on that B main push out, having to almost ignore something for as long as they could.
Let's go, bro.
Force another timeout here from PaperX, and can we see PaperX lose a slow round like this? You've got to imagine they're talking about pacing, they're talking about a bit more in NRG's face.
I feel like they've had great deals of success towards the A site. I think they've been good at it. I think that they've been pressuring Brock, who, again, has looked fine on this Vice. I don't think it's been the answer of everything, but it's been
No, I mean, with doing something of a slower game, it's not really Brock that's going to have to deliver in terms of, you know, cutting that first line of the execute. Something's just not really off the starting block in the second half.
Which is odd, right? Like, normally it's Jing or something. There is one of those two will at least be towards the top of the board. They are a bit quiet today. Again, look, Forsaken and Envy are doing marvelous. It's not a discredit to them. It's just you're used to seeing a bit more of that frontline power in effect. Not quite had it here yet. Maybe credit to the way NRG are approaching as well, making it a lot harder in that regard. But as it stands, I don't know which way this ends. NRG seem to have the momentum for now, but everything can change in a blink of an eye. Now the buy coming in here. Shaky at best. We have Stingers, we have Sheriffs, we have a Bucky, but it's Paper X. Don't turn off the stream just yet. Every opportunity for these boys, and it's directed towards Kiko.
Basically, was going on an all-out hit here. Slowed down by the paranoia here, so won't have the timing on the snake bite, but still committing.
They're still trying to cut off this scale up, right? They have been ignoring something. They've been letting him get backside and focusing on the players behind. Forsaken then dives in. It's all been read. NRG have the playbook, and they have read it back to back, page to page. But Envy's on 1 HP. Now this would be...
With bated breath on that peak. Because they're stacked up, man.
I know. No, look. I was like, have you heard of the Envy? I'm like, 1 HP. That's a bit too far, even for me. Notorious liar, obviously. 8 to 9, NRG are up in the lead here. 3 in succession. Operator out for Marder as well. That's something now we can start delving into how that looks for him. Buy back in place for Paper X too. They were obviously on a half purchase just now. So, again, time to pay a little bit more mind.
How do I die? How do I...
Now, Envy does have ult, so I do wonder if we get to see that come through here potentially. And they look, once again, they want to pressure over towards this B site initially. I'd like to see them maybe layer in a bit of scaling towards middle. We've seen a great handling of that cross. Kiko.
Trading off TBs
Kiko,
here.
Kiko.
He stuck it!
He actually committed, and that just fell flat. A mistake, and it might cost him as Jing powers forward and Forsaken behind the wire.
Pacey, man. It's just ridiculous, some of these rounds. Again, I like the idea from Kiko, right? You hear the TP, you feel as if Paper X are going to try and capitalize on creating that paranoia in the back lines, but unfortunately, who's there but Envy?
Anyone you want else to meet. Probably avoid him and Forsaken, so... Oof.
As I said, Kiko's just TPing polar opposite side of the map to Forsaken. Get me the hell away from here.
I'm off ski.
Yeah. You deal with that, I'm out.
But we knew that pace was going to be the cure to the woes for Paper X, right? And it might just be again, with Jing heading straight towards ramp, right off the rip. But a lot of bodies here for NRG. Forsaken's option's going to be quite tough. He's going to get himself up towards heaven. Powers through Kiko. Good trade for Ethan. And it's getting messy now. Spike is up towards heaven. They are wrapping CT.
Yeah, NRG just have so many things to worry about here. Devi going to find Ethan as well. Now again, Brock on an island.
Yeah, Brock has been isolated so often. The way Paper X approaches, he has so few options.
Beautiful util.
And a beautiful side take.
On Marder again, trying to make some pressure behind Paper X. It's all down to Scuba.
That's lovely, but you are expecting a second Scuba. 35 HP in a 1v2. One to the right, one on site. Waiting for anyone to swing from ramp, they're not there. Still back up. Starts to look for his first potential. Trying to bait Envy into the swing. Envy's been ice cold. And there it is, and there it goes. Divide to shut down the account, but I want to highlight something here, Mike. As much as Paper X, you can call them chaotic, call them whatever you want, it's controlled chaos. The theory of how they're approaching that A site, how they're swarming someone like Brock, how they're wrapping CT, it's beautiful.
Even, again, the second, third layer here is like the util onto side to force Brock out. They're actually in a situation where you see a couple of Paper X players potentially historically overheating. Here it's refined, it's composed. In that initial flurry of chaos, and then they're able to slow things down, be a little more methodical.
And it's it's just, for me, it's lovely seeing that intention, right? It's not without an end goal, it's not without a destination. There's such a good mentality.
That's always been the criticism, right? It's like, fools Valorant. You could look at Paper X and just thinking, yeah, they're playing ranked, they'll have a double satchel and all those things. And it's hard to notice sometimes the nuance and kind of where they actually have improved a lot, which is tightening up those synergies. It's all well and good if Jink can go in and find 3 or 4 kills. But we always talk about how that's, again, you're rolling the dice in some of these situations.
Against high-tier teams, I think.
No, it's just not repeatable.
And that was always the thing that felt like kind of created that conversation about, you know, the princes without their throne. They'd get close, but they'd run into a team who's just that little bit, you know, tighter, a bit more drilled, a little bit more kind of cognizant of it, and they couldn't always repeat that magic. But here, with a little bit more foundation below them, we are seeing a team that's really scary. And NRG are having to put in some serious work. These guys are great. They've got a really good IGL, great coaching staff. They're very good at prepping for a team. But the X factor with Paper X will always maintain. And for now, it is the Forsaken show a little. Envy's certainly up there in my mind. But still, it is that core that's working. So we go back through. It is just going to be, I believe, a Bucky with Marder. And everything else is classics, and I think a shorty in play. Yeah, very little invested here for NRG.
Kiko going to have his hands full once again. And already, actually. 60. I'm not sure, did he catch that paint shell? It was posted early on. Paper X going to read, obviously, the finances here and the potential of a wonky buy. Try and play these longer sight lines towards A. Already, Ethan and Brock preemptively rotating. Again, no info really playing to their hand, but stacking their chips.
It's not worked out this time, so Paper X will get a complete free sight. Obviously, it'll take a second to get there. You still want to be meticulous.
Cutting through.
Still want to check every angle on the way through. That's just fine. So, all good for now. Obviously, as this happens, the penny will have dropped for NRG. You have to take the long old rotate back.
Nobody pushing towards spawn here. Emphasis being towards ramp. Again, NRG are just going to try and deny as best they can here. And even looking at ultimates, I mean, Forsaken 2 away, Jing 1 away. Yeah. Obviously conscious that an orb here or there could cause them further issues, especially with Paper X already being on double digits. Don't necessarily want to tee them up for one of those snowball rounds. They can hear this though. Yeah. Jing could go crazy.
It's only fun away from the ult. It doesn't need to do much, you know? Just. That's, oh, the timing, man. That's foul, actually. But
great
still,
denial, yeah.
Yeah, happy enough. NRG will be pleased with how that went, even in a loss there. Paper X 4 standing still. They didn't really suffer too much. They picked the right site, rolled the dice.
Yeah, a couple people with money, but again, with the scoreline being so close, you want to make absolutely sure you can buy out some of these response rounds, if necessary. Actually given the sound cue away on the first rope there. So yeah, something gets himself one orb short.
Okay, they're leaving Marder towards B alone with the operator. Everyone else kind of leaning towards A. Right place, wrong time, but you still win the fight. Ethan with a little bit of luck on his side today, but Kiko now prepares himself for that next wave of the hit coming in. It's mostly up towards ramp. Paper X still want heaven.
Themselves at least across the first hurdle here. Something looking to catch Scuba in vents. Scuba's just creeping the timing. Not going to be favorable for something who just can't get anything going in some of these rounds.
This scares me though. Forsaken finding space. Now, I want to know how aware Scuba is of this possibility. They had lost ramp control, and Scuba is shouldering it. Okay, needs to keep his cool here, and he does. So Forsaken doesn't get as much freedom as he'd like, but it has alleviated some of the pressure on the A side itself. So it's Kiko and Brock trying to hold this down. Paper X have been quite slippery about this though, very quiet on approach, but Brock, standing guard, can't double down, but Kiko, the back line to this. They've had to keep really calm under this one, Mike. It looks like they are doing well here. NRG keeping control of the tempo.
Ethan going toe-to-toe in the early round to find that opener, slow things down. Paper X to really adapt to a different setup once more here on A. 7 HP Ethan's able to get away with. And the flash by Fork as well, T and Kiko up perfectly.
Nice, boys! Good job.
11-10 now. Still got money left. Talking about that snowball round, it's all but there for PaperX. Only missing Envy's Nightfall. No matter with an operator going forwards here.
Marder. What was the plan, Marder? NRG have just given the biggest opportunity for PaperX, and I don't think they needed the help. Something bulldozering forward. Ethan, there's nothing to do, man. Brock has been on the A side for the vast.
Hang on, Spike's still in.
Okay.
Okay. I was going to say if there's going to be anybody else there, but now they figured out where he is. Be able to catch a window towards 8. Make it a full 3v1. Again, I look at Jing and I think he's about to walk spawn or something.
Yeah, Jing, the temptation to do something weird has been quelled. Calm. It's fine.
Oh, I'm just scratching my head sometimes.
Yeah, I'm like,
3v1 guys, don't.
I'm a push. I'm gonna go get that kill for you guys. But the start of the round felt really off kilter. I don't know what.
Yeah, I think Marta hears that sound cue from something. He's like, okay, I'm going to catch somebody that's, positioned towards sewers and trying to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
So something actually opening this round up entirely on his own account.
That's a frustrating one for them to get to 12 on as well for NRG. You felt there was a little bit of a good read of the tempo before, but a bit of a misstep, and now Finance is not in the perfect position either. Going to have a Bulldog in play.
Well, issue being, Devi has the pit here, so they get themselves set up.
Where the hell did Forsaken just go?
I think he's just baiting the TP.
Okay. It's kept Marder busy, hasn't it?
Yeah, Marder's desperately looking for him in spawn. Drawing an extra body towards the A side.
Kiko's here, though. Kiko's been sharp at holding this, but super tricky. Marder just about clearing comfortably the back lines at about a minute.
The fact that it's Marder, though, he can cover a lot of ground, right?
Yeah. The thing that I've complimented with NRG, though, they've been kind of cutting the second layer to the site hits really nicely. Now, for PaperX, I want to see how they want to get around this, because something's been kind of getting back sight, but then the players behind haven't had that same sort of reward.
Considering the rotation here. Again, have dealt with the wall here, so there's no safety net in terms of info for NRG.
Oh, they are being slippery.
Again, that will probably keep Ethan interested.
Smoke there towards heaven, just really adding to that paranoia. Oh my God! I thought that was going to be Kiko, dead and buried, not to be. It's all on Brock now. They are so close towards the side. The paranoia comes in. Devi takes away Scuba. Mid's not secure. Jing, fast as lightning as ever, takes Brock out of the equation. And oh, dearie me. A shot in the back, no knives today. It's Ethan and Kiko to face the music now. PaperX just playing perfectly. 13-10 on the close. A lovely show of force from PaperX in map 1 here on Split.
Absolutely, PaperX showing just that upper echelon of understanding in terms of tempo. NRG tested to their limits here. A very close affair, but what an opener to this series.
Oh, you can't help but love that. That is going to be something to enjoy over and over. Pearl is on the horizon. Don't go anywhere.
He's hunting down that title!
The time to write the next chapter in the esports history books is finally here.
And they fold it in his hands yet again. He steps up to the plate and he can knock this one out of the park. Now they shall be engraved alongside the greats.
Managed to slow you guys down though on split, so how cognizant or worried are you about their ideas around the counter and how they were able to slow you down, or do you feel like split was enough to get a good read for you on energy and what they're trying to do today?
Yeah, I think we had to talk a lot about it in the middle of the rounds. Both tech pauses about speaking about how we can play around the Vice, so I think they did a really good job slowing us down, if anything. I expect that they have something special for Pearl, so I'm not worried, but yeah, we'll talk about it.
Well, do you have something special for Pearl?
I mean, maybe.
All right, we'll be looking forward to that. Thank you.
I am also looking forward to maybe as well.
That one's got me on the edge of my seat.
Edge of my seat with that maybe. Oh, that's an angle.
And I'm telling you, that's what we got to do for the next skirmish.
Yeah, that's got to be
Get the two players out
I
there and start pumping.
I see no reason why we shouldn't. What a game we just witnessed between PaperX and NRG. 13-10 scoreline. PaperX coming out with the win. That was their map pick of split. And as you heard in that interview sideshow, the thing that was slowing them down was Brock's Vice. Yeah. Even though he didn't put up crazy numbers, that wasn't what it was about. It was about the use of the utility and how you can slow down that W gaming that PaperX likes to do.
Yeah, they had quite a nice double flash protocol to take B main control on their attack side. The wall also caught off Forsaken in one of the rounds. They did a great job of shutting down something. But at the end of the day, like the star power on PaperX shone through and still got them through a difficult scenario. They're just so good at improvising even in unexpected scenarios like this.
Yeah, you can see the pace increase with them when they're losing players. They're so willing to take risks, and they have the firepower to back that up in countless moments throughout this game.
Oh, yeah.
That being said, though, to cope for NRG, there's definitely not a firepower disparity right now like we saw with G2 against Paper Rex. Like, Kiko had that sick transfer round. Even Scuba, he started to pick it up a little bit towards the end. Mana still had moments. Like, it wasn't stark contrast as we saw in that game.
You shouldn't feel...
You can cope.
Yeah, no, I don't
You can cope,
anything
Jimmy.
really to cope here. I actually think that you just saw a great
or
game
just
between
realistic.
two phenomenal squads
Yeah.
that, really, like, going into it, we did feel like Split was the weaker situation for NRG. If anything, I'm kind of okay with this 13-10 output from them, showing that they're able to make these big changes.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Thing is, though, you have some real killers on this team for PaperX. That brings us to our Verizon high-speed moment, and this one is going to go to Forsaken. Why? Why high speed? I'm going to keep it a $150 with y'all. I don't have a reason. He's just really freaking good. And this guy was absolutely owning. If you want to say, oh, look at him charging to the smoke.
Bro had 2 minutes on the break to cook something up.
And I had nothing. I had nothing.
He's just good.
Dude, he is. He's so clean, man.
I mean, it goes without saying, this guy is so reliable.
But he does also make his decisions extremely quickly. Like, he thrives in these kind of weird, chaotic moments where he can just make a decision faster than someone else. This smoke he was throwing in mid was bending the brains of NRG.
Play. The TP into spawn. No, he's playing like the freak of all freaks, GB. Look at these stats right now.
I got it. Look at that. That was your Verizon high-speed moment. Just like Verizon's high-speed internet service, Forsaken is reliable. There you go. Boom.
All right.
Send a paycheck, Verizon. I'm pretty good at this.
This is outrageous. You just saw on the screen there the stats that Forsaken put up when he was in sick form.
MVP.
To win Toronto. Now, the sample size is small, but it is worth noting that he is exceeding those really solid stats by a large margin already in this tournament against the world champions and G2, one of the perennial top finishing global teams.
Yeah, and the thing is, at Toronto, it was the impact he had. It wasn't necessarily he was like dominating every single game, but the impact rounds were enormous and he was throwing teams off. Now he's still doing that. He's still getting insane impact, but he's also like dropping 30 every game. Yeah. You're about to go and see him play Pearl, where he might do it again.
Now, sorry, I'm just going to say, you saw in that highlight reel, too, you're talking about the impact rounds. He gets a 4K and a 3K on the pistol.
Yeah.
He's just a savage on those rounds.
And what helps here is that in the past, you typically would look at the likes of Devi, or you look at Jane to be the one that kind of rounds up the reel, brings up the stats up, helps Forsaken out. This time around, no, it was Envy. This kid was unbelievable. He actually pulled off, what was it, his first global ace, but was it his first ace, period? I'm not sure. We may need Achilleos
I don't know,
to confirm that for
I
us,
mean,
but it doesn't matter. This was beautiful.
Achilleos sprint up onto the stage and tell us
right now, please. You're in the back.
He's been a really solid player before in his previous squad for Team Secret, hasn't he? He was a star player there, so I would be surprised, but certainly at the global level, because that team was getting nowhere near globals. Like, you were not getting to a global event until Envy decided to join this.
Josh is just finding teams lacking success right now to fire straight at today across the globe. Across the globe.
At the very least, it's fair and balanced. It's fair and balanced.
No, but at the same time, like, there is a different skill set going from
course.
being the carry on a bad team to being like a guy who can occasionally give you takeover maps. This would have been a takeover map if Forsaken hadn't also just been dunking all over Mado's 12 foot tall.
Yeah.
He was actually coming out and the kill disparity at one point, even though it was dead even in the score, was like nearly twice as many kills.
Yeah, that is a basketball game I want to watch now. Mata versus Forsaken.
Moon shoes on.
1v1.
Extra bounce into the dunk.
I'm in. All right, well, let's go ahead and hear what's going on over at the NRG camp. We have Coach Bonkar standing by.
Jen here with Coach Bonker of Energy. Now, Coach, Split didn't quite go your way, but you guys did manage to slow them down by a lot. So what was missing in your eyes when it comes to countering Paper X today? And should we be expecting the same idea when it comes to Pearl and countering Forsaken Speedo in particular?
I think we did a good job on Split. I think on defense we were playing too passive overall. We didn't have any long lines against them. We were just hiding and we were not looking for fights or engaging in fights, so that's the number one thing we're going to change coming into Pearl.
Thank you so much and good luck.
You mentioned earlier, Josh, when we were going over the map pool, that NRG have gone up against this veto before in Americas.
Yep.
And they were able to easily dispatch of 100 Thieves who were running that. But I think when you're comparing the style of veto play that we've seen from Paper X to pretty much every other team across the globe that has tried out that new Sentinel, they are far more creative with it. I think specifically on the attack sides,
definitely
so much more dynamic with using that Vito as an entry force, teleporting into smokes, popping out of them with flashes from, you know, one of their other players, having, you know, maybe a haunt from Envy to play off, things along those lines. It's real nice.
Yeah, I hate to be boring about it, but your eyes are on Forsaken again. It just makes so much sense, man. He's playing the Vito with the Interceptor and the ult to counter in a double initiator comp on the other side. Ethan's got to slow the game down a lot and force Paper X to push for info and try to punish that. And that was what they were doing well, actually. They had a great idea coming into Split about how they were going to make things uncomfortable for Paper X. It's just that even that good game plan still only got them to a 6-6 scoreline at the half.
We're really going to need to see some excellent calling from Ethan here. Obviously, so experienced under the bright lights in multiple titles, like we said. He absolutely knows how to rise to the occasion, and he's going to have to outplay a really strong defense from Paper X with this double teleport comp.
We want to see that map 3 come to fruition. Haven would be the decider. Will it be the case? Let's send it back over to your casters to guide us through the action here as we get ready for Pearl. It's Pansy and Hypop.
I have to ask you, though, after seeing map 1, how do you feel the odds are of even getting to a map 3 now? Pearl coming in here, it is NRG's choice, but it's been a good display from Paper X.
It really has. Doubling down on this Vito comp, for me, it's absolutely anti-recipe for NRG, as the desk have already highlighted for a number of different reasons. Yeah. It being such a question mark, I gotta favor Paper X. Again, with that map 1, you can see how they're able to kind of satisfy both sides of the coin. Now, unfortunately, I think you asked the question, which team fares better in the question mark that is map 2. I give the edge to Paper X.
I think I'm with you. Now, I quite liked what Bonkar was saying, though, that they seem a little bit aware of what they need to be doing. Whether or not they can do it is what we're going to find out in a couple of seconds.
Sure, yeah, but this isn't necessarily an example of a map or a comp where the things that Bonkar's alluding to are necessarily teed up for you. Yeah. So, very, very difficult map for NRG now to try and force a third on. I mean, I am praying we go to Haven. Haven will just be a gigabanger of a map.
To be almost teased by such a
I'm
tantalizing prospect.
so pro NRG right now.
Are we all on board just for map 3?
Please.
All right, let's see what you can do, NRG, just for the sake of our happiness, which we haven't felt in years. Marder, straight to business. Let's see how he gets on, because this is a rough game for him. And something already slicing through Paper X, instantly finding their form here. You're looking at Scuba and Ethan, who are going to be the, I guess, lighter side of the split. Going to hold back the flood. And actually, Ethan's done well, but only gets 1 in the end.
Spike. We're in a position now for Scuba to have to move forward. The flank's already coming through from Envy. Time is ticking on this.
You don't want to see, oh dear, he thought about it, you saw it just for a second. Scuba had a look, but again, aggression and Paper X, the second they know what you're doing, and they are not backing down.
This comes back to that same, again, what I was kind of hinting at. Marder basically has to do the work of 2 duelists against a team that's happy to just explode on this first contact in a number of rounds. And again, don't get me wrong, Marder, exceptionally talented, but
gifted player.
It being Paper X on the other side just compounds that issue. Another explosive pistol round, by the way. We've had 3 now. We've had 3.
Nuts. They have been nuts. Clean purchase here for NRG, just going to be those classics on the other side. Looking to explore and understand how this kind of A main side feels. Going to start building that ult as quickly as he can. Forsaken is, I don't want to say alone here, he's got util, and it is Forsaken, so never that worried.
Get out of dodge as well. Devi, sightline's cut for him. A decent understanding, especially now with Forsaken catching the backside of this.
They made it down pretty far. I guess it then falls.
They can't get out of here, but it's a corner.
Yeah, okay, Forsaken gets caught though, so that's giving him a little bit more breathing room at least, and Devi's pushing back in. I don't know if I like that. No, I really don't like that. It felt so unnecessary, maybe felt uncomfortable on B long, but that's a better fight to have, surely.
I mean, Forsaken's going with a Bulldog there, and nobody's got contact on site yet, so NRG able to just peel away immediately. Again, damage done, sure, but giving the Bulldog into the hands of Scuba. Something can't pin down a kill here.
No, there's a couple tagged up. Ethan and Marta are a little bit lighter. Oh dear, no. No, the third! The first two I'll give you, but the third is outrageous. And that felt like all that threat falls away as Kiko has to just face all three. And something is waiting, watching, and finds it. 4 for the man. Big round.
Look at the right is wrongs from map 1. Certainly looking for a confidence booster early on for something. That's absolutely what you want to see. Effectively isolated here.
Saved Paper X though,
Definitely,
because
yeah.
again, that little play-in just felt unnecessary, but my God, a bailout round.
Scuba just posted up as well.
Oh, it's hard watching it from the other side, isn't it?
Praying for the trade, but 5-1 start for something here. Just 2 away from his ult already. Only be the right investment around this. So Paper X might go a little bit aggressive here. Maybe a little bit of a set piece here.
Something still going to carry on, and Ethan's going to mop up too. So finding the kind of players behind that. Marta clears.
Look at the damage though.
You're right. Marta down low. Ethan on 4. Scuba 15. This is still exceptionally doable. Gets caught in the cross, but no, Forsaken's been found. Maybe just a shot through the smoke there. Going to be the reward as something gets a bit closer. Caught again. Okay, they've kept control of this, even though they are so fragile.
Molly Ethan. By obviously being the only one to invest in a full rifle here. Only 100 credits behind this. Expect him to try and hold on to this. Ton of, again, you can see how close this is to going the other way for Paper X.
And it's weird, isn't it? Like 5 standing, but the difference is a bullet or 2. That's the difference. And again, just on that start of it, so close to having the damage. But again, it's one of those things I want to be looking at throughout this one as well, is how Something and Jing get on, because we saw obviously Envy and Forsaken kind of being the main characters on map 1, but they didn't necessarily need the kind of Jing or Something show. But if they are added to that sort of equation, that
well, that's the scary thing, right? They've just won a map with Jing and Something struggling, at least numerically, to find value. So it's always the terrifying. We always talk about Paper X having effectively 5 players that can just step up and deliver you around.
Well, I think Ethan there somewhat delivered NRG around. The fact that he was the one to find 2 of them, he did cop a boatload of damage from that, but a great start for the IGL there on NRG's side. Operator in play in round 4 here. Something, big investment,
yeah, we've got to see this pay off this time around. Got to be played in here at least early on. Forsaken will be noted. Forced a little deep here. Spike not committed just yet, and actually, Marta all the way on the other side towards 8.
Just guarding towards the alt orb. Envy diligent enough to clear it with the Prowler. Not going to take too many chances, but it will keep players present. And they're trying to be slippery here.
Keep 3 here.
I'm quite surprised they kept all 3 just on the sake of Marta's contact when there was contact down B long as well. But leaving mid wide open. NRG, that ult in Ethan's hands would be lovely here. See if they get to keep it.
Should be able to, I was going to say spot 1 on back.
Hold on, look who slipped into the smoke. Look who's still not been checked. Envy, he can't be allowed to get away with that, but Ethan again, man. Just absolute brilliance from the captain. Forsaken tries to play forward, but the paint shell comes in and Ethan finds a 3rd. It's Something left alive, and the operator, that prized possession, has to go and save.
Forced to give this one up. Again, Paper X just happy to get down inside this smoke, but Ethan finding the 2nd follow-up so quickly towards sight.
He's been a miracle worker for them so far. These rounds have not been easy.
Oh, Something might just be caught here. I mean, Scuba is so close enough to hear these steps now. Something has no idea.
Oh, yeah.
No idea that it's close.
And Scuba on the hunt here. That's a key weapon, but the attention turns. Something just trying to play his life now. He doesn't get to keep it. Operator is gone.
Big scalp to claim. Remove the operator from the inventory of Paper X. He'll have his ult, but again, was it off the reveal that Ethan get? Yeah, it is.
2, yeah.
was thinking Devi was in a position there to really isolate the front of this execution. I mean, Envy's traded instantly as well.
I was so scared. If he got to breathe for a second longer, reset a touch.
There's a chance for him to slip that smoke as well.
Yeah.
Everybody from NRG's looking forwards. He's hugging the wall.
Okay, but the buy's been broken. So NRG get themselves a far easier playing field, but this team is scary in all occasions. Something looking for a fight. Oh, he doesn't get the shot he wanted, as Kiko's going to remove Forsaken as well. So something going to try and stand his ground a little bit longer. No tags this time. No, not the same sort of success. Great scaling from NRG. Just going to keep this one simple, it looks like.
With, SMG as well, so can't really challenge NRG ahead of the site. Now, unfortunately, going to be all but locked out of it.
Yeah, the pain shell could be a nuisance. The Brook just going to soak a bit of damage. That's fine. Worth it for the plant. It would need something quite special here. Jing. Nah, not going to get any.
Mother just checking.
Oda?
Just
Easy,
a double
Tiger.
check. Just a double check.
Easy. I don't think he's getting back up from that. But Devi and Envy just with Sheriff, so let's see what they can do on the way out here. But so far, so good. I feel like we've got a nice, it feels very similar to map 1 almost, right? Initial good start in the pistol round for PaperX. Great reactions from NRG. It's that development and the adjustments and the adaptation that goes on forward that you just have to keep my eye on. And also a lot of bailout moments from Ethan. 2Ks, 3Ks.
We've seen it 8 and 2 before this round started.
He's done very well, and I don't think he was with the pack this time either. I think he was over towards the A side, just kind of keeping that back line safe. So PaperX going to give it up to the spike. No foul in that front. But I do want to just keep checking in on Ethan's form here. Yeah, 8 and 2.
Really a flying start. Happy to lead from the front in a couple of rounds so far, especially on split as well. Crucial rounds for him. So PaperX are going to get a little more aggressive now that ults are starting to come online, particularly looking at Forsaken, but something alongside that also. Nothing available for NRG at the start of the round.
Now,
too far away.
I'm interested in this as well because Marder's been on a bit of a solo endeavor a couple of times towards this side, but he has support here. He's commanded the rotations, and actually PaperX shifting back into a way deeper hold now.
That's good to follow this drone.
Jing's been revealed. They know about 2. Marder's not hunting them down yet. He's trying to play a little bit more composed, take that space, and yeah, keep your eye on Forsaken here. And well, blinking, you might have missed it. Marder's going to find Devi, but on the back of the site is still the PaperX boys. NRG dwindling in numbers. It's all on Scuba in a 1v2. And see the chance going around towards A, but trying to maybe offset the timing here. Unsure where Envy and Forsaken are currently residing.
Reposition towards main as well, going to run the clock down as much as possible. Force the hand of Scuba. Still got time to play with, sure, but...
Great intuition, though.
It's going to take him forever to shift walk through here.
Obviously, yeah, easy for us to know, but for him, every corner could contain that. They'll stack up. 30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
The penny drops. Now the spike will be retrievable, but for how long? 25. Ooh, he's just on the corner. That should be him spotted, but with 20 seconds, I don't think he can make it out of here, but he's baiting them on it. He's made him fight forward. Forsaken, a really rare mistake, but Envy right on the case.
The safe pair of hands once more for PaperX, and thank God for that. Almost baiting out the rotation there after he retrieved the spike. You see Envy almost laying down the law a little bit there in the player react. Seeing the 2 cheeky kills there, actually.
Envy is nasty, man. He had to work for his dinner, too. Oh, that got a bit sketchy. Forsaken wanted to just get there so fast, maybe really believing in that run. But still, open up a little window of opportunity. It gets shut, 3th piece now. Forsaken on a corner. Has to respect that smoke to an extent, and there has been good damage here. Kiko last time around managed to pin down Forsaken. This time going to spot him out again, but no confirmed damage. Gets the chip, and now Forsaken's in trouble. 10 HP, has to fall off.
Not going to have much of a say here. NRG follow through with the drone. No commitment just yet, but they are creeping closer and closer. Again, Mada tasked with maybe showing presence elsewhere, but we'll call a cancel on that now. Ooh, don't. Kiko now just going to fixate on this angle.
Yeah. I guess something is the kind of ace up the sleeve almost, right? That judge sat there, does he?
Well, the drone... Brock was considering the drone there.
Deploying drone. Here we go. Doesn't spot out something, but he's going to take the ripcord out of there. Fair play. Jing's going to pop ult and Forsaken on 10 HP. Still going to take down Marder. Jing now gets interested. Doesn't get what he wanted, but he does get the rifle out in time. And this hesitation might be costing NRG, but the stability found between Scuba and Kiko. But I don't think it was necessary to fight into that. The spike's still not down. Envy tries to get closer, but something still there with the judge, and he does have his ult. Kiko gets overwhelmed. Plant's not down. Now there's problems. Envy might be the saving grace. They are running low on time, and they're running low on options. Envy is down low. Plant is going to be down. Now the fight's on. Scuba falls. Something on the follow-up. Paper X by the skin of their teeth getting away with this.
I mean, just, again, a couple of overpeaks from Paper X here. In a desperate attempt to slow things down, Jing oversteps the mark ever so slightly and puts... Sorry, what? Yeah, it's his first kill onto Ethan, and again, Jing can reset. Fortunately, well, I say fortunately, actually, being something in tandem.
Envy.
Again on a bailout.
What an X-Factor player. 2 rounds now. In my eyes, Envy has been stable. He's been that calm center for Paper X, making sure they are getting these close rounds. Tilting those scales ever so slightly.
Well, now Paper X
Being
switching
Paper
things up.
X.
Yeah, doing Paper X things.
They've got to win this side clean, man.
I was going to say on the other side, actually, NRG, the right read, pace change towards A.
Yeah, this is a lovely combo. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Marta clearing a lot of that space.
Then, double.
How are you getting the follow-up on Jing? I'll never know. But beautiful space clearing and understanding of what was available. But with 3 standing, Envy is not among them. He's been the one to just get across that line before. Marta holding this corner. Gonna have a fight on his hands now. Gets Devi down. Something in the waiting game on this, but his HP so low. Preemptive turn on the flash, but gets outdone. Forsaken, freebie. Actually, bloody hell, I was nervous then, but with that kill, the opportunities become near on 0, and something very much understands that.
Forced out this round again. Bork with just such a beautiful catch here, anticipating Paper X sitting a little deeper here. Immediately capitalize on the space in mid as well. You see, just at the end of that round, the ping's coming through. Paper X discussing that. There's the follow-up here that's just outrageous from Brock.
Calm.
Yeah, as always. It was nice to have somebody sat next to Alex as well.
Yeah. So you really get the comparison. It's a timeout for Paper X. Because again, I think if you, as much as you look at the last 3 rounds, it is a 2-to-1 exchange. Paper X are coming out on top, but I do feel there has been a couple of moments where they are overstepping, overplaying, being a little bit too aggressive in moments, which sounds bizarre with Paper X, but giving up chances.
That was winning them rounds on split, so it's not necessarily something you want to see Paper X stop doing.
Sure.
It is part of their pedigree, but yeah, NRG just... It does still feel like damage control, right?
Yeah.
This is a war of attrition in terms of the pace, in terms of the tempo here, particularly early on. Curious to see if within this timeout, Paper X are discussing the exploration they had made, because this was invested set piece from NRG, so a rehearsed hit almost towards 8.
And again, they're doing this coming into what's going to be a very broken buy, though. There's not going to be a full purchase behind it.
Not necessarily expecting something massive here, but they do have a couple of ultimates.
Yeah, and they've always seemed to make something out of nothing. It's one of those factors you never can quite take your eyes away from Paper X. So here you can have something with that retained rifle. That's still there. Brock doing what Brock does. Odin's out. Couple of sheriffs. And you're right, there was a couple of ults here. So Envy's and somethings. And the man with the rifle, the one they pin their hopes to, currently has 4 players on the other side of this. How does he handle this one?
Noting the utility dump here to clear off the Hangs around and Scuba just beheads him.
Put him right back in his place there. For something, I get it. You want to try and at least do some damage. You want to try and deliver a bit of a chance for your boys, but you're not going to get away with it. Best for PaperX now. Maybe they can recover the rifle and filter it to the next player, but Forsaken's taking a walk. Doesn't get the shot he wanted. Goes back for seconds and does do great damage on Kiko, but still, the two players to the good here.
Has anybody actually got? Yeah, now.
Hello.
Yeah.
Any other shields? No, okay. So it's just Jing with that rifle. Sheriff with Divide, and with Envy alive, but unsure where they think the final destination from NRG is going to be.
Well, the investment, drone will come across. I don't think we'll actually confirm Envy. No, it won't reach as far, but plant will come through. Walk's already on a deep angle here.
Okay, denied the plant. That is going to cause a little bit of an issue. It opens up a chance for Jing then to put the paint shell in. Borg's going to take a lot more damage than they did last time. Actually gets away, but Jing going to punish Scuba. Hold on, make me a believer. Make me pay attention.
Well,
the rifle goes to Divide, and you're right. The emergency lockdown has to come in, feeling that threat.
Well, it's very early on, so not necessarily going to secure this post plant for NRG.
Well, just slows down PaperX for a mere second. Jing going to get away from it. The bullets do not connect, so 30 HP, he gets closer to the site. Damage done towards Long. Kiko on the 12 HP there. Marta going to take away Divide. This is now problems. Jing. It feels like the chances became so slim at the end. I liked what they tried, and it did force the hand from NRG.
Draw out massive ultimate here. NRG respecting the threat after Jing finds kill off the, well, actually not the planter, but off the plant. Now a couple more ultimates available. Felt like it took Envy 2 days to find that kill on the angle, but can't really fault him there.
No, a little bit laboured. How's the buy looking?
Only Jing and Forsaken missing ult. Something back on a scope. Let's see. NRG very comfortable on their side.
Yeah, they've already walked out A main. I'm seeing PaperX trying to take map space and then starting those quick rotations. They are putting bodies at an exponential pace towards B. Seeing Forsaken take the utility trips over that. Ooh. I need to see that one back. Marta with an absolute belter of a shot. But Defy has managed to slip towards backside, but Marta seems aware. Spots him out, goes for another. Marta doing some damage this time around. And he's happy to stand his ground here. It's Envy who's the one to break back in by taking away Scuba, but Marta is not letting this round slip. If he has to do it himself, he bloody well will. 4 kills! He's eyeing up the 5. Ult in for Ethan, and something walking into what feels fated to be 5 for Marta. Does he get the chance to put that 5th to his name? I think he might just. Marta with all 5.
Beautiful stuff. Maybe just wrap this one up with a bow. The buy round absolutely dismantled by NRG. Great catch on Forsaken. Divine, unfortunately, was put in a corner and put to bed. Only one really that had a chance to get a fair 1v1 versus Marta. See some investment back in, signs of desperation from PaperX. Yeah, look at what's behind this. It's not necessarily going to tee him up for round 12.
I want to say 2 of those rounds from PaperX were off the back of what felt individual, but we do have an operator. Oh my God, we did. Bye-bye, Marta, the executioner.
Oh my God.
This guy is goddamn good. You want another race? Back to back?
Give me it. Give me a back-to-back ace. Let him go forward.
He's off the leash. Tempers himself there. Doesn't want to risk the round. But I think he's got freedom to play with here. Divide gonna make him work for this. Ace or not, he's done enough to give him the round here. No!
He's getting it.
He's absolute Scuba. Scuba's letting him have it.
The
ultimate teammate. You love to see it. Back to back, baby. Marta, the machine, takes a stand. You don't see that every day.
W teammate to set it up here, but Marder doing, like I said, effectively has to do two people's jobs in some of these compositions. And he's gone over and above here. Back-to-back aces to give NRG 7.
A broken buy back in for PaperX, held on these 4 rounds, and Marder starts to feel untouchable.
Stop peeking him.
Don't run away.
Skip the site.
Let him have it. Wait, retake, he got ults.
Said PaperX, everything available in terms of this cycle. NRG with tools themselves. From Scuba, Ethan, and Marder. PaperX almost forced back in their shell a little bit these last few rounds. Haven't seen them really pushing forward too far. Scuba on the operator here. Try and get onto this deeper angle. There's a bit of a standoff, a stalemate here outside B.
You can see how conditioned they are by that position that Forsaken's loved in that little cubby, right? So they have to go through the list of it, but they see nothing. Grouping back towards A, much deeper hold here from PaperX, not really shouldering up, and fair play. Don't really blame you after what's been happening.
30 seconds left.
So forced to respect it. Also know the pathing generally from Marder has been over towards that pit side. They try and play back in, but there's no stopping Marder. You can't take him out of mid-air. Jing then tries to ignore him. Address that back line behind him. Brock's gonna fall, and then Marder tries to make up for it. Can't do enough though. 13 seconds. Spike is struggling to get towards the site. There's bodies from PaperX, but a messy shot. But it's gonna work out, leaving Kiko with 5 seconds and nothing to do. 5 to 7. PaperX really scrapping away some of these rounds to give themselves a bit of a buffer here.
Yeah, crazy back and forth, and a beautiful set piece here from NRG, but PaperX able to avoid that. Marder sitting at 17 and 7 on this first half, Lauren. Superstar performance from him.
And we've asked that of him, right? We asked him to be that good, and he's been doing it so far, but if it's enough to take us to the third, we'll find out after this.
Boys.
Red Bull gives you wings.
going through the motions here.
And I like that Paper X do this. They go a little bit further, but they shouldn't go too far. They don't need to be, I guess, individual about it. They don't need to kind of go out on a limb. They can hold this quite comfortably. Forsaken should be hearing a lot of this as well. Yeah, so...
Well, the worry is if Envy gets any of these kills.
Yeah, that is a worry, considering how close he is towards ult already. And this guy has been... Oh, God, he's been good. He's been very good. Paper X, 5 standing, a flawless round. Tick in the box for them. And that is the scoreline now, tied all even.
Have a huge opportunity to get a crucial ultimate online here. See how the bar will look. Scope will be cycled out to something. A couple of gaps in the NRG buy, but no surprise to see them opt for light shields in certain situations regardless.
Actually able to defy in the end.
Placing alarm bot.
Okay. Yeah, it's a last minute switch up here.
Yeah.
Placing sentry.
Play.
Still well invested.
Yeah, and it's going to be a fight for that ult orb. You can see already NRG are playing around with that, but they can't really do that on both sides of the map here. So gonna control deep towards A. Look how far pushed up they are. They're exploring far behind this. Hold on. They're going to be fast on these rotates, but can they survive? It's Scuba on the other side of the map. Going to isolate something and punish him on the push-up. So Paper X try and take the space, but Backslide is still going to be there. Brock looking for an opportunity. Might just be a shot in the dark. Jing, you're not meant to get 2 there. There's no way you're meant to get 2 there. Great shot darts, but the plant goes down. Forsaken on the upgrade and Devi still alive. Devi's
going to be caught in spawn here.
Marta should have him dead to right, so Forsaken, you're all alone. Oh
he didn't spot him.
Oh my God, this gets weird. Marta, he's got such a great read, but Forsaken in a 1v3. Show me what you're made of. Not gonna happen. Brock on the clear, and NRG keep 3 standing.
Great catch from Marda. He plays around. He's at 40 HP as well, so a real risk of him falling in that situation. Teeing Paper X up perfectly to convert this, but NRG find 8. Yes, well, Scuba gifted a freebie, but Jing finding 2 here on the way in. Onto Kiko and Scuba is wild. A miracle then that Brock's able to follow up. Some utility. Now, progress-wise, Jing just 2 away from the showstopper. Come on the buy round unless he finds a few. Still sitting on the Nightfall here.
Placing sentry. Placing swamp grenade.
Pretty late setup for Kiko.
Yeah, actually, maybe just a last-minute pivot there for him.
It looked like it, didn't it? But they started with the 3-play stack towards A, then feel nothing initially. A little bit slower temper from Paper X. Cautiously clearing and jumping on this, I think would be Scuba. Yeah, so fall off this. They are going to be clearing door in the meantime. That gets handled, but Envy might be caught in between a bit of a bad decision. Unable to get away from it. He's caught in a corner, and now Brock! Big swing! He's not going to live, but he takes down 2 with him. Exceptional impact. Can Paper X claw anything out of this? That's only down to Devi and something. Surely they don't get much more.
Mudder already on the flank. He does this time and time again.
He's such a nuisance.
A chance to set up here on site, but not much in form of options here. Something, he's on the walkabout.
Something might be considered soon though, because Marta can clear sight, and he's done it. Something's position now becomes less relevant. I don't know how much he can do. I think he knows that as well. They're putting it together. You can see them turning on a dime. Scuba's seen it. Yeah, it's done. Wrap it up. Get out of there. NRG. I mean, it just felt perfect. Marta's positioning, Mike. It's not the flashiest sometimes, but the fact he's behind them so often, it leaves these slippery plays almost too readable.
And he can play it like that. He can play extremely aggressively in these flanks because the numbers just don't favour Paper X. But time and time again on split, just running away with the space once more.
Oh, Brock did well on
It's
site.
beautiful isolation of the first 2. It's only really the clone that stops him from getting anything else.
Yeah, 21-9 for Marta.
I imagine Alex is screaming about the flank right now.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But again, we'll see what they come up with. I feel like Envy's been sat on this ult for some time now, not really had a big opportunity to use it. Paper X not finding what they need. Again, here we go, checking in on Alex there, you can see it. If we can read it, I'm sure he can. But can the boys in the server actually adjust well enough and quick enough? Because it's not like these site hits have been easy even without that factor in play, right? They're still getting held up and slowed down a touch. Paper X, never tell me the odds. But the chances of Haven are becoming a little bit more of a reality.
Yeah, definitely are, yeah. NRG on the brink of double digits here. Yes, there's ultimates in play for Paper X, but same could be said for NRG. Scuba just one away from the divide. Mada. Actually, Brock already have the Hunter's Fury, so good position here for NRG to really twist the knife in terms of the economy. Paper X certainly facing an uphill battle in this next round. Only two players with any sort of buffer here.
Yeah, this feels a little back to the wall these next couple of rounds, and I'm worried I'm not going to see a convincing outcome either. But let's see what that timeout's done for Paper X. Have they got a plan in mind of how they want to handle Marder with these aggressive slips, or if maybe he's just taking a bit of a round off here? Jing with some pace. He's going to eye up middle. He's going to get that pretty much instantaneously.
Calling the cancel here on that progress made early on.
Are they looking to try and catch Marder on the push-up if they try
This
and
is bold
probe
from
middle?
Ethan, but it is absolutely crucial in terms of figuring out this A-side split. And Paper X called the cancel again. Not sure what they've spotted there, but they were halfway into R and then just
Didn't
cancel.
like it. I genuinely don't know if they're just looking around to find where these push-ups are coming from. But they are going to find it now. But the footsteps, Michael, the footsteps, it's going to be heard. It was a lazy clear initially, but Forsaken makes it back in time. But do they expect Scuba?
Oh, no!
Oh, it's not pretty, but he's going to get one. Great trade from Envy. Numbers to the good, players standing. I don't think Brawl gets to get away from this. No, he's going to be noted, but he wants to stand some of this ground. Look towards long.
Yeah.
Have they heard this? Have they thought about it? I think they have, and something's on the way. Maybe trying to shut that window of chance that maybe Ethan feels he has, but Kiko is going to find one on the site, but they've taken away that flank. This now means all eyes turn back towards the site. Something Forsaken, Jing, all here. All towards long. Not going to see this, so they have to react, and they go on a swing. It's not pretty from Kiko, so he will fall as Jing is there. It's close still, Mike. I feel like I'm not walking away with full faith. I'm confused at the start of this.
The damage financially here as well is what's the knock-on effect or the issue actually coming out of that. So NRG stack up 3 ults from that round. It's really unlucky here for Scuba, honestly, to just miss on the Astral form. Again, that's a freebie. Again, there's not necessarily an instant reaction in terms of trading when somebody gets popped inside the Astral form, but by the skin of their teeth, Paper X able to follow through that.
I'm looking at Paper X to continue this pathing, though, to see if they can do it again, because I feel like that initial start, I wasn't quite sure how they were reading it, if I'm honest. Now, once again, looking to try, well, they were trying to imply there was going to be pressure through art. That's already been kind of cleared, right? Ethan's on this.
Ethan's getting curious.
I don't think he knows what's going on.
Round after round to just figure out where Paper X are. Yes, in, well, the start of rounds, but also in the downtime.
Well, look how deep they're sat elsewhere, right? You've got players basically backed by spawn here for NRG. They don't want these early fights. Divide's going to go through, and it is going to be towards this A side of the map. Jing, oh, straight away takes away Brock, but it's a trade out. 1 for 1.
Plant will come through on the back of that, but again, it's not necessarily he's committed in this situation. Envy, unorthodox plant here. Paper X a couple of different options to spam.
Bloody hell.
Landing for Ethan.
Yeah, unconfirmed damage, but it is there, right? Envy's down to 48. Okay, something's going to find Scuba. They have 4 against the 3. Forsaken's come back in, taking a look. They popped the ult with something. As Kiko and Marder, I don't see where they find these chances here, because Divide, oh, okay, forced away a little bit further. Something comes back out of the ult. This feels weird. They are played to the good here, but there it is. Okay, 9-9.
Yeah.
This is feeling a bit out of kilter here.
Beautiful investment, though. Paper X know they need to get this one on the board to secure a buy in hand. They'll get the upgrades coming out. That's something that will actually stick to the scope. Again, reading NLG's tendencies in terms of light shields and their ability to maintain stability in terms of the finances.
Okay, and at 9-9, you do have the timeout coming back in. Now, what's the money like for NRG, though? I know we've been a little bit looking towards Paper X. They were in
two players sitting at 800, 900 in the previous. Here, it's going to be difficult to muster together kind of something workable, but it wouldn't surprise me to see an attempt made here.
Yeah.
But it comes at a crucial time.
It does, because double digits is beckoning, right? 10 rounds is big on the board. A couple of ults starting to come back through as well.
And NRG, again, the sort of thing that as soon as you force anything in here, you actually take away effectively a light shield buy to follow this. It wouldn't surprise me to see NRG just run this dry. Maybe a Bucky, a Bandit. You do have the Hunter's Fury, potentially Kiko can get the lockdown, but it's risky.
Oh, it is. It really is. But this feels like the turning point. Maybe not in the outcome of this round, but the one to follow. Gives PaperX back the lead. It gives them a real chance to close out in 2. And NRG, hell, you can't put anything questionable towards Marder. The kid has been electric in this. But a gamble stack.
Yeah. I come back to the same thing. Just doing 2 people's jobs. Just doing the work
21 to 11.
2 players.
Yep.
And it has really, really shone here on Pearl. NRG going to get a little bit active towards B. B going to sniff this out, though, anticipating the potential of some aggression. Spur things on towards A. Worst possible outcome here for NRG. So we face with a retake. PaperX, good read on the situation.
And for PaperX, you want to see 5 standing for them
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if they can protect the next 2 purchases behind this, you look at what's already built up. Really Forsaken struggling down at 450. Again, denial here doesn't really mean much. PaperX aren't close to too many ultimates, so.
No, so I don't know where the threat would come from. I mean, well, there's one name that would stand out, but Rourke's got an upgrade. Oh. Okay. No, it should be fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, Jing and Envy. It's fine. I get a little bit nervous, but we're at 10. PaperX are up. They are in the lead. They only lost 1 in that round. Everything is good. It's fine.
The operator to come out for Marder. Something NRG haven't relied on, and actually the knock-on effect here is there is a protected purchase behind this. So if PaperX find 11 here, NRG don't concede a crucial round to follow. Lockdown and the Hunter's Fury available to them. Forsaken off of the ult here to kick off round 20. Continuing this pace here for PaperX.
But they're not committing behind it. It's Forsaken kind of continuing to posture up. You look at everyone else, they've kind of reset over towards B long.
Go forward, be scary.
Yeah,
That's the
basically.
game plan here for Forsaken.
And he is quite a scary player. He's not had the biggest impact yet in my mind, but a player like Forsaken, it takes 1 round. It's something you remember. But Marder wants to continue this story in his favor. Now, while all this happens, it's still building towards B. There's 3 players here from NRG, so PaperX have a lot to do here. This is not an easy scale up. They want to have a little bit of a fight as they scale up through long, press that corner. Jing, I might have seen Kiko there potentially.
They've got lockdown, they've got 2 shocks, they've got the Hunter's Fury. So many problems for PaperX to navigate past.
Here we go, ults galore. Good luck, observers, and good luck us. Jing takes the proactive approach and takes away Brock. Jing now looking maybe dead to right.
No man's land.
He's still alive. Scuba then swings out from heaven. The fight back from NRG. And Envy, the hero of the moment, but the problem is Marder, the slow and steady creeping. Death is going to fall to his own grave. And now the cross gets watched. Can't do it this time. Envy made it close, made it feel possible.
Ethan with a bold swing out here. It will put NRG up to 10, tie things up once more, and both teams financially stable here at least. Great play for it, and the timing for Marder to catch a kill here on the other side of the map. It just forced, yeah, I mean, what? I thought maybe something had swung more onto that,
yeah,
but
it felt like it.
Just the elbow. Yeah, bigger picture-wise, it forces PaperX, unfortunately, into this setup that NRG are anticipating. Beautiful switch up to find another response here in the second half.
This time they're not going to be testing towards middle, it's direct towards B long. Scuba We put on notice early, has to rescind away, can't stick around.
Big gap in rotation here if Jin goes any further forward, but we'll back away.
They're trying to manipulate these rotations. The late look in middle and Forsaken gets seen, but he goes back. Kiko outdoes him.
Forsaken really struggling in terms of some of these 1v1 engagements. Marder just posted up here, commanding so much space.
And they've reset without ult tagging very little. They've reset, but look who they're coming towards.
I mean, if Envy doesn't spot with a Prowler here, this could be a disaster in the making.
He's got to feel it now. He has been on the pulse this entire game. Ooh, Divide! Just outdoes him.
Look at something. Something slipped the net through mid.
And you're right, that clears through art, that clears through short, and Kiko takes Jing out of the air! Okay, it ain't that comfortable yet. Something is going to clear sight. That's fine. But this plant doesn't feel comfortable, and there's numbers to the good here for NRG. Denial on the first attempt, second go of things.
Weird plant here, but it is wide open now. Arguably favoring PaperX.
Oh, here comes the ult, though. Going to force him away. Divide going to fight forward on this. Something might be in trouble. Scuba has no idea how close he was. Kiko kicking up a gear. 3 kills already. Divide forced to fight back further. Has to backpedal. He has to get off the side. He can't do it. Kiko keeps NRG in this one. 4 kills to his name.
Massive.
NRG, bloody hell, they're back, man.
Massive round from Kiko. Again, to face the full might of PaperX here on the ace site. Beautiful catch on the satchel.
And how that started felt like it really tilted the way the round came down, but that was lovely.
Really unlucky for something, again, to be wrapped again in this late lurk. Unfortunately now, PaperX said they had a protected buy. That's about it now. See the knock-on effect. I was going to say, I was very delayed there, but Envy bought at the very last second.
Oh, he's actually got up on the rifle as well. Yeah, okay. So they're going to try and make it happen for themselves here. 3-2 split. Right towards A, banking on Jing, getting value. Blind Send finds nothing. And now they're in trouble here. Stalled out towards the art, scale up. And Ethan and Brock bring down the hammer. And they can't scale up past that. A-main smoked off too much pressure. They've got to reset.
Satchel pathing just not reaching far enough through art for Jing to find a comfortable kill. Now, at least no Brock. Everybody just giggling here. Envy going to catch Ethan though.
Quietly on 20, Envy a threat in these rounds. He knows about Brock, he doesn't know about Scuba. And there's nothing you could do. They face together, little 3-2-1 moment. As Divine, something we're looking at other options as well, hoping they could find maybe another path.
Well, the other option is walking into Madder.
I don't want to.
Who has been so active for NRG and borderline idle for the last few rounds in terms of this operator.
I love this, because you know that they'd want a deeper position.
Aye.
Okay, a rare miss there for Marder. And a new lease of life for something, but can he make anything of this new lease of life? And already Marder is having none of this, man. Keeping them on their toes, buying time for the rotation, 14 seconds. NRG are here, they are grouping. And Divine something. Clutch up, I don't think they can, man. Divine, you're good. But look at these players just bounding back through, toying with them. It's NRG, making it up to 12.
Started to stabilize now these last few rounds. Great adjustments coming out of the timeout here. PaperX struggling to stick the landing. 3 defusals in a row here for NRG to get themselves to map point. Take us one step closer to Haven. The funds all but drained on the side of PaperX. Only the Divide to play with. Judge in hand for Jing. Guardians scattered across.
They're running out of steam, Mike. That's what it feels like. And NRG just starting to slip into gear. And PaperX find a little more in the tank. Bring this one back to a possibility. It's all direct. It's straight towards this B side. Scuba should be dead to right, but he's been maybe left to breathe for a second longer. But Kiko kicks into gear himself. 2 big kills. Now he's going to be challenged down by something, but then warded away. There's layers to this. NRG, they don't want to bow out on map 2. They want that map 3. They want Haven. PaperX might not be able to deny it. Envy, big shot. 3v3. Oh my god, Kiko, bloody hell, Envy almost had you dead there. Okay, Brock from up on Heaven and NRG looking like they are very much on track. We wanted Haven, we're getting Haven. It's 13-10. It took a long time to get there. It took Marder getting 23 kills. But Haven will be the decider between PaperX and NRG.
Quickly me in a roaring.